Hi, I'm Liz and I play Bones. And speaking of, someone's going to be boned real soon, Ryu. So, stay tuned. Grab some snacks.
Corn on stand popcorn.
I got the popcorn. Drink some water. You need water.
Hydrate.
I know you haven't hydrated.
Stay thirsty.
Put the monster down.
Yes. I can't say anything. Okay. Back to you.
And welcome back. So, before we jump into tonight's episode, I got a special treat for y'all.
Oh.
So, that's why I was waiting. I need one singular person to roll me a d12, please.
Pumkin.
Yeah.
It's okay.
11.
And 11.
That's right.
So, because of, the magical needs that
Oh.
I have, number 11 is the paladin.
Fitting.
Of course, I'm the one that told him to roll.
So, the paladin. Buffalo style camel with beef.
Okay.
Camel sounds
That
good.
sounds very much up Timber Valley.
Careful they spit.
So do you.
Yeah, you're gonna know all about spitting.
I hate you guys. Fuck you.
So much. We love you too much.
Listen, Cookie's gonna ride lightning.
See, spitting on that. I'm surprised now you went, hot to spit on that thing!
No. Stop it. I finally got that out of my life. Not on my social media pages, nothing. Gosh darn it, no.
God, it's gonna be on TikTok now.
Ugh. I'm good. I got a spray bottle.
Now I'm just
I
gonna
feel like
say
that would
it.
be an interesting D&D. Huh?
And we will do one every day until it goes down to nothing.
Okay.
So, anyway.
It smells like a turkey steak.
Right, sniff
It
it.
really does.
And put it in your face hole.
Delicious.
Could have made a joke.
I
but
didn't
I'm
know
not
we
done
were
That's
mukbang.
definitely
far
camera.
back.
I didn't know we were mukbang. I don't know.
You can definitely
Honestly,
tell.
that'd be cool. Not that kind of
I don't want to know. How do you know what camel tastes like?
Oh,
You
God.
go to the Renaissance, man. They have that shit.
Oh
as beef
yeah,
jerky.
they do have the exotic turkey place.
This is true.
Mostly
this is
it's
very
like,
true. I totally forgot about that.
yeah,
That's how
mostly.
With the cheddar popcorn, it was pretty good.
It tastes really good. Anyway,
I mean, I'd be-
so last we left off.
it's fine.
Okay. I'll probably be refilling. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Anyway,
Let's get shit up. We're listening. We're paying attention.
the party got back from, left the Fortress of Memories, teleported just outside the city of Gloomrot, found Diedrich, the owner of the Imperium, bought some stuff, asked for training, said he will be ready in a little bit. Give him about till noon till tomorrow for that to happen. Have it all set up for the 2 training sessions for Lucy and Nell. You guys found an easy time getting to the tavern, interacting, sharing drinks, getting a penthouse suite. And screwing over potentially Ryu while he was over talking to Fizbit.
Dude needs a good time. I'm just helping a man out.
Some steam.
While the girls were enjoying their steam bath, Ryu was enjoying a different type of steam. As when we last left off, Ryu pushed open a metal door, and a green big Hulk-like hand reached out and said, "Come here!" and pulled him in, and that's where we last left off. So, let's see what steamy shit we can get into now.
Hey Frank, your foot goes right here.
Yep. Anywho, see y'all in a little bit.
And
What are we
demonetized.
talking about?
The adventure continues.
So, what you're saying is you want the ladies to join you upstairs as like a private show ish.
No.
You just want the company.
Yes.
To hang out.
They get to just come out here up there and relax.
Yeah, it's a girls' party.
What?
Okay.
You're welcome.
He's not asking any more questions.
Yes.
We're not going full Ash Nico, okay? Like it's.
I
it's
don't
okay.
care. He goes, I don't want to know.
And well, I do that.
But you have them for 3 hours before they have to go back.
Hey.
I just go back upstairs, close the door. I've got a surprise, and then she goes and just gets into the hot spring.
Literally 50 shades of fuck.
No, that's Ryan cookie. That's some cookie dough. She's gonna need you out.
Just
Anywho!
now watching them go up with 6. I'll stay down here for a little bit.
Bye.
You wouldn't be allowed in anyway, to be fair.
Huh?
That's his room too.
Yeah,
have
I
separate
know. I mean
rooms.
the hot spring part.
No. It's all one thing. It's a penthouse.
Oh.
Yeah. We just have separate rooms to sleep in.
Anybody goes into it is going to see full naked of everybody.
Gotcha.
Think I got feathers.
Of course, you don't really know how Kenku shit work. Do they have, like, feathery tits?
Is that not good?
Now I'm thinking about it. Now I don't want to
She's
think
too.
about
She's
it.
like, I don't even know how my
Wait.
anatomy is.
You know,
Because
You've
birds only
curiosity
have-
killed the cat. Let's do pass
They're
without trace and a
humanoid,
stealth
too.
check.
Would it be
There's
more
a
like
fly on the wall.
would it be more like a harpy?
I don't know. They have feathers in their arms and everything else.
Yeah.
But are they like human? You mean
Void
human
in the
here?
mid. Yeah.
And then everything else is feathers?
Just chime in on the comments down below about what you see. Because
See, to me,
On
it's.
this
I
is,
opened up a can I should have never opened up.
this is all y'all's
Wait,
fault.
don't worry. Some of you guys are probably curious about the same shit that
Wait.
we don't even know. We
I
didn't
found
even
it.
talk about that.
39.
What?
39. Pass without trace, and my stealth is a +10. I rolled a 19.
He's a peeping nail pervert.
39.
You don't even know that because you can't even see that shit.
You don't even know.
Motherfucker's a ghost.
That would be. Wait, hold on. So if it was like bird like everything, that means I only got one hole. For
You're gonna
everything.
cloaca.
That's what she thought about everything.
Listen, everybody is friends.
Out of the whole complex of
Yes,
what
I
a
did.
Kenku would look like. Wait, birds only have one hole.
I mean, listen, if she's
Shut your beak.
we're all talking about the anatomical structure of a kenku and an Aarakocra. Are they all feathers? Do they just have a cloaca? We don't know.
Oh shit.
Weird D&D lore to look up later.
I know a guy.
No, not to look up later. No, I will not look this shit up.
not to get off topic, but one of the creators of 5th edition apparently got drunk and posted on X about tiefling breast milk tastes like cinnamon.
So now that's in the lore.
Wait,
That
Oh,
is
great, it's fine.
that is canon to D&D.
So
He got
that's
drunk
why tiefling prowl like cinnamon.
and posted on X
So it's
that
Fireball, got
tiefling
you.
breast milk tastes like cinnamon.
Fucking
Dude, it was
that
all
means a
over,
fireball?
over Instagram and Facebook.
Frank's like, I'm going home.
How are we gonna die today?
No.
Weird D&D lore.
See, the
It
thing
makes
is,
you
I
look-
don't know if I walked up with them.
No,
or
I'm looking up the Kenku.
he is probably. They're
I'm
probably
sorry.
making their way up in time. I don't know if they walked up with us. Did they walk up
Okay.
with us, or are they just going up?
I don't know if it would be better
don't
or
even know.
worse with
Unless
Eli
you're
here.
done. It'd be hilarious.
Both.
Someone's got to fill him in on what he missed.
Found it.
Kenkus are bird-like folk who once soared the sky, blah blah blah, transforming their voices. Now Kenkus slip through the shadows and cities of Shadow Claw, trying to recover, blah blah blah.
Let me find this guy's TikTok.
I don't want to.
No, I don't want
You
to look
know,
up
I
tamales.
just found it randomly one time about orcs.
Why are you looking about works now?
No. This guy's making a whole book about. I don't even fucking remember what it is. Give me a damn minute.
Why do you want to know what works right now?
I don't.
Anywho, we're not
Let's really dive
No,
into this.
no,
I'm trying to
no.
find
We're
this
not
guy's
worrying about it.
TikTok.
We're so not worrying about it. Because God forbid the shit that I opened up.
Figured it out.
Oh, fuck me.
What?
The cable.
Oh.
No, not that.
That's a mini.
Yes,
Someone could
but
have
it's a
structured it.
female Kenku.
Someone could have
Artist
structured
interpretation doesn't count.
it.
Yeah, we're talking
I
about
mean,
literal D&D lore.
mine does, but it's like tiny little feathers and shit.
Oh, fuck
Yeah. Anywho,
me. You
have a normal body structure.
can.
Oh
my
You're gonna get you're gonna get art interpretations out the
You're-
wazoo.
We went from playing D&D to casting throwing shade real fucking quick.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
I know that song.
Nope. I don't.
I know it. I just not gonna say what it is.
It don't matter. This recognizes it.
Huh?
They do the process and they do it.
I know.
Reminder
you're
that
doing is
female
just helping
Kenku
out.
can lay eggs. Reddit, what are you on?
Yep, not bothering going deep diving into this bullshit.
What? We'll tell you happy hatch.
Anywho,
You got somebody up there who's got a 39 and nobody can see him.
so
I need to get back on
Sneaking him in.
as the girls get up and get into the hot spring, about half an hour or so later, they are joined with 6 other females from the brothel.
Nice.
Half of them are, you know, some are shy, some are, one in particular, like the leader, I guess the boss, if you want to call it that. It's like, so is this a service?
No, have a spa day. Relax.
With no intentions of anything else.
No.
There's drinks,
She's like, you know what? Hell yeah.
hot water, and enjoy.
They literally take off their robes to
Whee!
nothing and jump
Right in the hot water. Just
as the water goes from nice clear to a black. Because they are nasty.
And then immediately
I'm
changes
kidding.
back because of
I'm
filters.
kidding. This is D&D, bitch. There's no such thing as that shit.
I'm sure they'd have some kind of water purification system.
No.
It's, it's
Yeah,
called
spell.
limestones.
Spell purify water.
That too.
yeah.
Anybody got that?
Anywho, so is there anything in particular you guys want to do during the night? If not, we're going to the next day.
What are you doing? He who snuck into his own room.
How? Okay. I need to know right now, how the hell is Lucy holding all this shit in? with Tinder dying. In front of her eyes, not even an hour or two ago.
Oh,
Right
it's
now, she's
How is
trying
she
to
able
look
to hold all this in with Kalan reworked for the Raven Queen? How the hell are you holding this together and not breaking down?
Well, how long did you say that the people? Because you were saying, what else is going on? Well, right now we're doing that. So, the hot water and everything else, she's trying to just relax for the minute and collect her thoughts. You said, how long do we have the peoples there relaxing?
3
Which
hours.
is also a distraction, just doing whatever. It's a distraction of the mind.
Okay.
And then, however long they're gone, well, they're there for you said, how many hours was it? 3 hours. So 3 hours go by. Then, we'd also want to know, is he stuck down there all night?
Yeah.
And you're in your room?
Damn.
Whatever you hear
We
while...
have it for 2
To our
months.
knowledge, he has not appeared.
Yeah, so I said, player to player, whatever
Well,
you
I
need.
mean, he will eventually come up.
Are you done yet?
Can you guys...
Because they need the runes. To tell you the truth. So, once the shit is done.
Oh.
In 2 hours, Ryan will be coming up.
So he'd be up there, and then he'd see that, and then they'd be leaving as he's coming up. So...
No, you still have one more
He
hour.
would still have 1 more hour.
Oh, okay, never mind. Because you said 3 and he has 2.
I know Common Core sucks, man.
No, you said we have 3, he has 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it 2 hours after they leave?
No.
No, oh.
In 2 hours he comes up, meaning there's 1 hour with all the girls and Ryan. All the girls, you, plus... Ryan's gonna come up and he's gonna hear a whole bunch of giggling and he's gonna go in to see 9 naked people.
How'd you like your experience, sir? Go to your room.
You bit!
Girls
What?
only!
Motherfuck my...
You know what? I want to take my long rest.
You're a what?
I want to take my long rest. Actually, well, if I only need 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing else.
Sure. Sure.
I don't like that short. Neither do I.
So,
Are we gonna hear something?
nope.
Okay.
Shush.
Oh no, you'll hear...
I'm gonna
Meditation.
say, when Ryo's up, you hear all that, and I guess you go in.
No, I'm gonna hear that... Because at this point, I'm gonna have found out this was a bad joke on me.
Wasn't a joke, but okay.
What? To Ryu, it's gonna seem like a bad joke. It was like,
Ryan had a good time, don't lie.
the fuck? Opens the door.
Get the fuck out.
The fuck is going on in here?
Go to
Are
your
you a
room.
woman? Get
Go
the
to
fuck
your room.
out.
Fuck
You had your time with the lady. Now we have our time with the ladies. They're having paid time off. Get
Yes.
out.
Fine, I'll go to bed.
Good night.
Fuck
I'm
you
sure-
too.
I'm sure you're drained anyway. Shut up.
Yeah, how are you feeling? Are you
Are
feeling
you
a little
good?
better right now? Are some of the kinks undone?
You-
After you cut
Ryu's
out some
trying to
kinks?
process everything that's just happened in the last couple of hours.
Listen, Ryu formed a new kink. He got
Remember
kinks taken
D20?
out with kinks.
I don't like this.
You have to roll with disadvantage.
No, just a
I
D20.
said just
Oh.
roll a d20. Pay
Oh.
attention. Watch the movie.
Okay. I thought it was a check.
What'd you roll? A 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ryo says he's going to bed. He looks so sluggish that when you hear a flop onto the bed, and all you hear is
Oh, so like a normal.
his
Gotcha.
stamina is gone.
So, I heard he went with, and this is me talking to the ladies, he went with someone named Cookie.
That explains why he's snoring right now.
I guess I paid really well for that one.
Top tier.
Wait, can we have Cookie come up too?
I was just gonna ask
I
that.
mean, she's more than welcome. Ryu. We'd have to literally
I'm
skedaddle back down there.
He's
I'm
dead.
dead.
I mean,
now.
we could have simply left instructions to send her up once she's done.
Sure, why not? So behind him, Cookie comes in after and just like pats him on the back. Bat, bat.
No, actually, no. He's all hunched over, like half passed out when he opened the door and said, "I'm just gonna go to fucking bed." And she looks over. I'll talk to you. And scoops him up, takes him over, kicks open the door, and just goes. Shuts the door, comes back over and goes.
Alright, which one of these three is going to die of laughter tonight?
Yes.
Sets her. You
Yes.
see her take off her utility belt, and there are the iron tongs. There is a Cat O' Nine. There are plenty of other whips and torturing devices on this utility belt, and she puts it down. She gets undressed. She slides on. And about 2 hours in, about 45, let's say, minutes remaining before they have to go back to work. You guys are enjoying it, all starting to get out, you know, and start to relax on your own when was the highest? When Lucy sees out of the corner of her eye that Mel is slept in the corner in the swamp. You said you were taking your long rest. You didn't specify where. You said you were
I
going.
slept in my room.
You said none of that.
More like
you
this,
said,
like-
I'm going, fuck it, pass without trace, going up. That's all the fuck you said. You didn't specify
did.
afterwards. Then you said long rest. I took over on that one.
How high
Okay.
up is the hot spring? Is it more like this and it's just like...
So it's up on the roof of the penthouse. And it's surrounded, and it has shrubs and trees and all that stuff. So next against to like a tree and some bushes that are there, you clock out of the corner of your eye in the shadow these small little star-like eyes.
She's like blubbed in the water. She's like, you know that hand thing that like shoots water? She's like,
Not moving. He is out.
oh, actually, because last time, you weren't there actually. Last time we had
He's only last
cleaned
for-
and everything.
I know
I'm not
that.
sure if you noticed. So something new for you to notice as she's going over there to do that, all from like here down, you see like ugly scars. Like,
Oh no, I was there for that because remember we took a bath.
did you remember? Did I mention that on the back though? Okay.
Yeah.
So then yeah. So yeah, you still the scars all over her back, and then she just goes back. She's like, well, he's out of the way. And she just slides back, and you just hear like the bubbles, like from like a angry,
Quick, dragon
disgruntled sigh. It just bubbles, and just her eyes up, just like a freaking like hippo, like how they have their
Oh, yeah.
nose like that. She's just like. She's trying to let the hot water like alleviate some of the like the tension and the anger and
Yeah.
everything. She's just like, it's not working. It's not working. There's an empty bottle. I'm moving somewhere. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that.
I think it'd be really funny if you threw it at him and that's when his long rest ends. He just catches it. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, it'd
Frank
be more like
said that-
Sonic the
that-
Hedgehog in the first movie whenever he's trying to hit the guy with the bottle. It's like, please break. Please break. But no. She's at first, she's now trying to let some of the tension out. So there's no reason why the hot spring. She's trying to like see if this helps before she has to just word vomit everything out.
My questioning would be when you hit that relax point,
Mm-hmm.
is that when the walls are
They're getting there, yeah. I'd say at some point she realizes it doesn't work and water muffles a lot. So, since you guys are in the water, he's out and he's
I would
watering
clock-
a little
I'm
bit.
dead to the wall.
I would clock as this. From the moment you hit that full relax deep sigh, I would say, out of the two, bones you catch is a couple tears leave Lucy's eyes. She has the highest insight out of the two.
Mm-hmm.
After that, she slides all the way into the water, and I know normally if you're in water and someone because we've all done it, we've all screamed underwater just to do it, see if we could hear people. When she fully submerges herself, she does let out some screams, just to let more out, and then just rests back up to hear again in the water.
I am going to notice you're missing and just kind of tuck under to see where you went. But yeah, other than that, I'm just gonna let you go.
It's okay. I'm not Jack. It's not one.
It's more just a.
Nope, can't
Okay,
do
you're
that.
still there. Gotcha.
Nope, can't do that. Otherwise, we'll get in trouble for copyright.
Just don't even mention it. It's
Yep.
fine. It's a reference. It's okay.
Reference.
Yeah.
No, I was just doing the.
Shut the fuck up!
Would you stop? I will throw a cookie at you, sir, and I will make perfectly good snacks next.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm kind of socialing with everybody right now. So.
She comes back up though, and she's like, "We will talk after some of my lessons, if that is sufficient. This is helping a bit, but I'm not one to really talk about my feelings.
Mhm.
It's foreign."
I think it'd be really funny if they all just kind of sense that you're a little oof, and then just come over and group their
They were
group,
really
group hug.
Well, I mean, honestly, to tell
Titties make everything better.
To tell you the truth, to literally tell you the truth, you are in a tub, in a hot spring, mind you, with a cleric of death, and
powder light.
yes.
This is my yin and
So
yang.
if that's not the best therapist team right there, I don't know what else is besides the bar.
But being honest, like I said, she's never been one. She's never even had time. Tell me about your feelings.
Yes.
This is how I feel. She's never really known how to be like, this is how I feel, and
This is how I process it. And yeah.
she's not really had time, nor has she learned it's okay to let it out. So that's why she's like, this has helped a little bit. After some of my lessons, we will come back, and I will, with maybe a little help, I will bring out feelings. As I said, it's foreign. I don't know how to just talk about things.
Honestly, I'm thinking that this cuddle circle actually might be what you need.
Right
I'm
now,
being-
is
I'm
it a
being
cuddle
real
circle or a
serious,
cuddle
but-
puddle?
You're sleeping.
Yeah, you're a puddle right now, all right, sir. It's okay. You're melted all over your bed that way with Cookie.
I don't know, because it's one of those
Cookies
things
with
where as soon as
Oh, yeah,
you
sure.
kind of hit a certain point, it's downhill spiral. So it was like when I think all of it, even they don't know you very well, but obviously they're gonna notice that something's wrong also. So I honestly think that's something that probably end up happening. Is I would go over and be like, "Is it okay that I touch you and everything?" Because sometimes when you're
People
trauma,
freak out,
yeah, you're like, "Don't touch me, don't touch me." So I'm gonna be like, "Is that okay?" And if it's okay, I'm gonna give you a hug, and then they're all probably also gonna follow suit.
Do it that way. Roll an
That's
insight.
weird.
Okay.
Hey, Ryu. I got more bitches than you.
I'm out.
Kidding.
21.
I know.
So easy enough that you can read her body language and knowing that she will probably break down soon before you even remotely are discussing, hey, I'm going to do this, hey, I'm going to do that. You already know what's happening. So unless you are rushing into comfort and to start, I guess, quote unquote therapy, then yes. If not, downward spiral is about to happen.
Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be like, is it okay that I touch you? And then we're gonna see what happens because, I can kind of tell that if you don't cry or scream or punch something, you're gonna lose
Well,
it.
she screamed underwater a little bit, but yeah, when you go to hug her, it's more like that, like just.
Okay, don't worry about third person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go first person.
I was just saying, some of the screaming happened, but yeah, that's
Weird.
weird. Yes.
Yes. So
you're going into the.
I'm gonna come over and give you a hug, and I'm going to assume that everybody else is also going to kind of follow suit. So you're just surrounded.
Friendly?
No, I would say the girl, the rest, the all six are back downstairs.
Oh, okay.
It's just the three of you right now, currently in there with a sleeping male in the corner
Oh.
by a tree.
Okay. I thought we were doing this while everybody was still there.
No, the heat enough is probably what made him feel natural because it's dark outside. It already has that overtone, so he felt more at home. So that's why he is out.
Yeah.
That's why you can clock him because his spell
Is down.
So yes. So with the three of you sitting in a hot spring
Just flops her head on you, and just. little by
Ugly
little-
sobs.
It's the big,
Ugly
like
sobs
little
incoming.
tears to like bigger ones to just full on crying. And player to player, if you remember, whenever I was like in the dark bubble, as I now call, I just call it the dark bubble in the library, when she kept saying, "Why do I lose this? And why do I lose that?" She's not per se saying it that way. Her thing is, why does everything I care about die? Am I cursed? Is it my fault? It's all my fault. They keep dying around me. You guys are going to die. I'm going to be left alone again. Or I'm going to be betrayed again. People are going to keep leaving me one way or the other. It's all my fault. It's all my fault.
I'm very much going to recognize that you're not going to actually process what I'm saying to you right now.
Fucking third party guys.
It's
Role
Let me finish talking.
You're narrating a scene instead of acting else.
Okay, well, I'm going to stroke her head and go like, it's okay, it's okay. I'm just getting there. Because,
So you were mumbling the whole thing about
yes.
yeah.
But
So they can. I not third personing. I'm just saying. I don't know. Are you in on like the hugging part? Or are you just trying to like observe right now, not knowing what to do?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't. Before I say anything, I just want to know what she's doing.
Yeah, that's the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much, I'm listening to what you're saying, I'm absorbing what you're saying so we can address it later. But it's just going to be like, it's okay. It's pretty much just going to be me patting your head and letting you get what you need to out. Because otherwise you're going to crash out and then you're going to have to pay expenses to get this penthouse fixed.
Rage room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We don't want to rock star the penthouse. So yeah, it's pretty much gonna be, it's okay, it's gonna be fine, it's alright. Like, you're just comforting tone, knowing you're not absorbing anything that's actually being said right now.
So when are you gonna get to the first person point of view of this scene? So far it's been the third person all.
Hold on.
Okay,
Hang on.
Okay, like this. Lucy is crying on your shoulder.
Yes.
So wouldn't you rather be going, it's okay, I understand
I'm right
what you're
here.
going through. Not,
Yeah.
I'm going over here comforting her, letting her all take all the shit out and not role playing the scene. It's an RPG. It's in
You're
the
acting.
first two initials.
Yes.
So y'all hot actors, y'all can't act out a scene right now? What the hell, you suck. Thanks, Timmer.
What?
Alright, actually, you know what? Yeah. Viking, get your snoring in.
No, no. We're not trying to break the mic.
No, he's an elf. He doesn't snore. It's meditation. 4 hours of meditation.
Yeah,
Or trance.
Trance.
Me, on the other hand,
Yes.
Hence why his eyes are
I
open.
don't
Because
loudly cry the whole time.
This is what I'm meaning. You're saying this all in third person, so now me as the dungeon master is going to act. because you guys are not doing the scene. You're going all third-person narrative type ordeals instead of role-playing it out. So Lucy, as she is crying to you, you feel a very cold spell on the back of your arm. Oh no! Yes, my child, let it out. Let your pain and sorrow flow. I am here, like I said I was. As soon as loss comes, I will give it to you.
She just... Okay, certain things I'm not going to act out the whole time because...
I understand.
The crying and the screaming.
No, I get the point.
Yeah.
For me, it's just repetitive, so...
Exactly.
That's why I was
like, okay, but seriously, you're not just gonna go and narrate a whole thing because I won't have a job doing this. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna look pretty. So, that's what I'm doing.
Do you want me to sit beside her while we're doing it?
No, I mean, I'm narrating. I'm narrating this as a DM. You guys are telling the story. When you guys are doing all third-person shit and saying, you know, hey, I want to do, hey, roll me an insight or roll me this when it's happening in between players, and I'm just sitting here doing nothing. My job is not existent at the moment. That's the point. That's what the point I'm trying to get. Yeah, I'm saying it, but I'm saying like beforehand, past sessions, you guys were like, hey, roll me an insight or roll me an Arcana check to see if you can determine that. That's my job, guys. I know. So again, as you are already narrating that scene, I am jumping in as the deity of loss. With you already fucked up in the head and sobbing, this is a prime opportunity for a deity to step in. I can erase this for you.
She kind of bristles in your arms. She's in my head again.
The voices?
Mm-hmm. I did a little melodious, like, uh-huh.
Give in to the light. Give in to darkness. Let your loss flow. You feel this pain. I can comfort you.
I'm not trying to narrate a I'm sorry, because I'm not beside her, so I can't just be like... That's why we can act it out.
She's like, okay, no. There's too much crap over here. It's okay.
It's partially my fault.
I got glasses, damn it! She's hiding now, so just like the... She's like, I can't hear it, you're not there. Go away.
This is a weird therapy session.
I'm gonna hear that, and I'm just gonna like cover your
just
ears.
like, just there, like,
You smell
Well,
nice,
that
by
and
the
we're
way.
in the sauna, naked. That's what I'm saying. It's a weird therapy session.
It's not even like hitting her on that part, she's just like burying her head like it's in the
I
sand.
do believe titties fix almost every therapy problem, so...
Stress balls. They're the safe stress balls.
Yes.
The other ones kind of hurt people.
They're also very good earphones.
But yeah, she
Noise cancelling.
with showing and I guess as you would put it, that narration, she tries to just bury the head away because she's
like, I don't want to
it's
hear
that
my
whole when you
noggin right
think you
now.
hear something, even with people with, I don't know if you've done this, but with PTSD and it's a noise thing. Whether it's the beginning of when you're having it to like you're used to it, like you try to turn away from a sound that's. Have you ever done that?
I'll explain during break.
I've had times with noise where I think I turn away, and I know it's not going to go away from my head.
For a veteran, it's different. We have auditorial, and then we have auditorial and visual. So we're no longer there. We're reliving the moment.
But for me, at least for sounds, that's why another reason why I'm also saying that is because I at least for me, I've had different problems with sounds. Turning a head away is sometimes you're getting away from the sound, even though you're not. It's gonna follow you. It's in your head. So her doing that, she's also trying to bury herself away, and that's why she did that. She's trying to think I could plunge it away, like I can get away from her whispering in my ear. and she's hiding. And now, as she said, she's going like this. I'm assuming you don't know how to handle that, but
you're covering her. You're using one of your hands to cover and your chest to cover the other ear.
Yeah, she's going like this.
Okay. So at that point, you hear again. I am nothing. I am the empty room. I am the dreamless sleep. I am the shadow's shadow. There is no pain before my sister set the sun aflame. Now you exist to suffer until you find your way back to me. Let me in. This is the definitely wrong type of music for this. This is way too chippy.
You needed that about 20 minutes ago, Frank.
I know, right?
I want to be able to do that, so it's not like it's just. Because I get the whole, like, narrating what you're doing, but, like, if we're too far from people, I'm going to be like, this is what I'm doing, and then, like, I kind of feel bad now, but.
I'm just off to the side watching y'all. Because, like I said, so weird ass therapy session.
It's only as weird as you make it, man.
I don't know y'all like that.
Girls got your
Weird
flock
if
out.
you make it weird.
Anyway.
We have been with each other a lot longer than
Yeah.
Bones has been with us, though, so that does make sense.
I don't know y'all like that.
Or does Bones want to?
Not really. I didn't know they were close.
I think I need sleep.
I can take away your pain, child. Don't hold it too much.
Melora guide me.
She's not here.
Obviously.
Only.
That's comforting. How do we do this talking thing? Maybe the sooner I talk about this, the less I have to hear whispers in my head whenever I'm hurting.
Start from the beginning. Didn't mean to pull it out an accent.
Well, let's see. I was my father was a flirt, and my mother was a witch. He shot from one gun and then the other.
One was for
One
fight
had
and one was
magical
for
hands.
fun.
She had a ball for magic, and then I'm not saying anything else after that. She said start from the beginning.
It's more like friend.
I mean, you're gonna process that. I mean, you are kind of in the work situation right now, so you're just like, okay, cool, and then fucking just take off.
Let it out.
Yeah, like you're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna be like, I think she needs from your trauma.
Let it out, man.
So watching everybody die and how it happened in chronological order. Gotcha. Where do I start?
Roll me your religion.
Well, I was born into war.
Oh, you're gonna be like that, aren't you?
What scary was that? That's away from the sword coast, yeah?
You Sam.
Forget. Okay.
Right?
Huh?
Sam. Nice.
You know of a older deity that used to roam these lands. I called it home once. She is known as the Lady of Loss and Pain.
You remember the statues you saw? When Amari was fighting Grievous? You remember the statues?
Whenever I was
She
doing
was
the
doing
whole
that, like,
roll-off thing.
With Grievous and
You
then
remember
Oh,
the
yeah,
statue?
okay, yeah,
Garrett
yeah,
showed
yeah.
up and all them. Yeah, the one of the statues that broke out, that's my father. And the lovely tiefling beside him was my mother. They were locked away to open a way for vision to come through. They were originally pitted against other people, my aunt and her troop. And from what I hear, they tried to get their way through by saying they agreed to assist, even though it wasn't their true intentions, and still got locked away anyway. Controlled by someone that was also one of their friends. Hopefully how things work out. And then I was born. She was not locked away like the rest of them, nor was my father and a couple others who were known as my uncles. And as you know, you don't know, you do. A part of Belverix, the platinum dragon you met. Part of him and a part of Grievous were put together to make Satori, who was later my watcher. Which he's gone now too. You know that part. My brother was separated from me whenever I was a year old to live with the dragon. That also died. How she died, I don't know completely. It looks like in the book that Grievous did it. Well, him for that Vecna fucker.
3019.
I don't know where my brother is. The dragon's dead. My uncles are in prison, one by one, as we traveled. Each of them are in stone. That's worse than death. Their energy is being sapped from them every single day, and it's been 27 years.
Because you're under the delusion, so character has disadvantage on ability checks.
She made you a delusion.
That involve intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Damn. Knock the sense right out of you.
So what's the total?
6.
He's laying.
Is it around me?
No.
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 He's in one of the
I'm
rooms.
too
of
far
this
away
mansion.
from you.
Where? I didn't know how close
You're
I
having
am.
a powwow session right now. You're
Yeah.
not in the hot spring with
Yes, I know. I wasn't sure how big's the
you. Range
room,
is
Frank?
10 feet. This is not a little like bucket you're all sharing.
You know how fun it is after learning how to hide in a war-torn world at the age of 2 until you're about 13. Hide, run, shoot if you must. Disguise yourself. You are not who you are. If they know who you are, they will take you. They could kill you or worse. You could also become a battery just like your mother. And your vitality just stripped away year by year by someone that's supposed to be protecting your family, who's forced into being the catalyst of this all. Every time I run, not trust anyone else. Satori disappeared, everybody else disappeared and became batteries, and I'm hiding and running before I'm old enough to even hold my own beer. I run, and I find someone that's also running and hiding, just like me, my age. And they tell me that they can help me get away somewhere. Well, that wasn't the truth. They weren't even a kid. And then they went for Grievous. He turned in. Every time before that, I thought to run. I ran away from that person and didn't trust anyone for years. And again, someone either disappear or run from me, or they'd get killed because they knew me.
So much pain.
And then, the last time I got captured, years of torture, unimaginable torture and pain that just made me numb. And I think the last time before I got freed by a faceless person, I didn't even scream anymore. And then I showed up. Some person let me out the door from the cells down below my own family home that Grievous had taken over. And before I can go through that door, a portal opened and I fell through it, and there's Satori. And then, a couple days trying to figure out how to get through the door, here comes some people I don't know, and I try to shoot them. And then you guys show up.
It's gonna
And
be
then she just stares at the water.
it's gonna be a little awkward offhand. It's gonna be more of like an observational thing. Be like, I'm surprised we're not dead.
I
Yeah.
sometimes wish for it. But I'm pretty sure if the right people, as we would say, the wrong people, find me, I won't be dead, but I'll definitely wish for it. As I did many years ago. Actually, a year ago. Too. Yeah, a year. It's only hasn't been a whole year I've been with them. It's been, what, a month?
For what?
Our journeying.
It's been longer than
How
that.
long would you say it's been? In game.
Lucy's been. When did Lucy come?
Lucy's been in.
No, like since Straw.
Oh, when they came through and there was the ivory. There's the
The first
black tower.
time of the tower.
Yeah. When they first got to the tower, there's
And that
Lucy and
was
Storm.
1, 2, must have been like how many worlds already?
4 doors.
3 worlds, train rat, and a portal through hell.
So I want to say that it's been like 2 years.
Dang.
So,
Time jump.
Yeah.
Every time you go into another plane of existence, time, especially through the shadow film,
Shifts, yeah.
time shifts a lot.
so let's reword that a little bit. Could be just like 3 years ago. Or I could just be dreaming this, and my mind's escaping me from another day of lashes, or worse. Lashes were actually the least of it.
Damn.
That collar you saw? That was like an identification. Thanks for getting that off, by the way. That was annoying. I still feel like this is a fever dream. I don't even know how home looks right now. And I know I can't go home until I fix everything. Or whatever it is we're tasked with doing, and I have to get Satori put back together. I do know I need to be able to point my gun at something eventually. Don't worry, I don't mean you or you. She kind of like goes like that because you're behind beside us somewhere. So.
Mm. just. Mm-hmm.
I think I've gotten used to this voice too long. Everything was supposed to be masked. Even that wig. That's the longest thing I've worn for so long, that ratty thing. Oh yeah, you don't remember that either. I have disguise kits in my bag.
I thought you were talking. You were wearing one right now.
You remember that from the very first
Yeah,
time, the black
because-
and pink looking, like the
Yeah,
long
that's
hair,
what you
the short
were.
hair.
Yeah, using to disguise yourself.
It's somewhere in my bag.
Cause isn't your hair like white or something?
Her hair's really long and white, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like as the driven snow.
Well, it's probably been a little ashy lately.
Actually, I don't think I described that part of her features. Other than her long white hair, she kind of carries both her mom and her dad with her. She, for more context, in case you ever like, what the fuck? Her eyes are almost heterochromic, but they're not.
Nice.
So they're both like very, very like blue. Her pupils are like dragonflits.
Nice.
And one of the eyes, it's like sclera-ish, so it's black, like her mom's were.
Nice.
But her dad had the blue eyes, so that's where the blue comes in. And her mom's eyes were gold. Sorry I never told you that.
Yeah.
Because you like came in and it was just like, I don't know, like, it's like, describe your character. When we first come in, it's like...
Yeah, we already long moved past that.
So now you get a little different view of what she looks like. Sorry about that. suppose I should tell you who I am. I don't think I've told anyone my name in years. I am Basilia Muscaria of the Muscaria Kingdom. Well, I don't even think that's 30. Depressing.
I'm trying to remember if Sat has said your name before.
It's been Lucy Gunner,
Okay.
or just Lucy. But her full name is Lucilia.
He has
I
never
thought you were
said
gonna
it
drop
before.
some like
Okay.
in the lore. It's a completely different name.
Like, she
No,
went by
he
Gunner
is-
because it's like,
he has
she's
been
Gunner.
very protective of her. So
Mhm.
no.
Like, anytime she had to, like, not even have her real name when she went somewhere, it was just, I'm Lady Gunner, I'm Lucy Gunner, you know. And the gruff voice is something she adapted because she was...
Gotta just
So she
disguise
donned the wig,
everything.
disguise everything,
Yeah.
caked on face, looked dirty and grimy, and...
Where would you guys say you guys put your clothes? Like, are they in a pile, kind of?
little away to where, like,
Neatly
water
on a chair.
sloshes, so a
I
little bit away.
probably would have, because it takes me a lot longer to take everything off. I would have just assumed I would have picked a room and put my stuff in it.
I'd assume we had towels sitting beside, kind of like
You're-
what you do at a pool or something.
Oh, I
Half
just
plate,
got
heavy
right
armor.
down in there.
Yeah.
It takes a minute to doff, 10 minutes to don.
Mm-hmm.
Full plate and half plate. Because
Okay.
of the heavy property.
Yeah.
Without that of help. So that's what I'm saying. If you're I'm saying if you guys just like disrobed and jumped into the hot spring, then I have something in plan.
Oh god, someone snatched her clothes. I was gonna say, where are we
fuck
going? Okay.
No, the ring clothes.
Why is it?
You see,
Yeah.
when you say your name, your ring clothes.
Oh god. That's neat.
Shaggy. Is it still on your hand? Okay.
It's just not.
It like it pulsed, like
Okay.
it flashed, and then it subsided when she said her name because that was Sat's ring.
Mm-hmm.
He's sworn to protect her.
Yeah.
She just let out her full name.
Yeah.
Not realizing
So the ring,
because everything that's been
ring-
taken
the
away
ring
from
lit up, and then the jewel flashed a light, and then dawned back.
she's like, I don't want to narrate. I hate that. Okay, so she's shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what that means. She doesn't know what that means. Obviously, I kind of don't. So she is now
Is it a
shaken.
yeah? Is it more of an encouraging thing, or is it a
She
what the
feels like
fuck
she
is
may have
happening?
fucked up. She said her name. She doesn't know if that means it's a Satori thing or if it's Grievous. Or worse than Grievous. She doesn't know. She's never said her full name. Never. And she's never had her full, like, voice speaking until now.
Mm-hmm.
Question.
Yep. Answer.
So the bar, is it like a free for all,
Yes.
or is it like we have a bartender?
Up here, go get your drinks.
Both.
Both.
Both. So there is actually up in the springs, there is like a tiki bar setup
Mm-hmm.
that is stocked.
Okay.
There is not a bartender on hand per se.
On purpose.
Okay.
Like, are you walking up to the bar? Is that what I'm?
I was thinking about getting all of us drinks
She's
because
like, I'll bring
goddamn.
something.
Well, no. Like, okay. So, are you gonna walk up to that tiki bar that's out there?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you walk up, a figure apparates.
Ah! I don't fucking hear it.
No, it is like a ghost apparates. How can I help
What do y'all want?
Something
How far
really
away?
strong. Please.
You might want a whole bottle or.
There's taking a bottle of the face and taking a bottle of the face. I don't know which one I need right now.
I can do whatever you please.
I'm good. I'm kidding. She didn't say that.
No, like he is there at your command, like a.
A Ghost Jeeves.
Yes, kind of like unseen servant. You tell it what you want and it does it. Except you can see it.
We need a baby bottle filled with tequila.
Anybody else? What do y'all want? I know
just
what y'all
want
want,
something
but
really strong, please.
something really strong. What do you
Really,
want?
really strong. Strongest they've got. I
I'm
don't.
fine. You're fine? Not even like a normal drink?
You need hydration. Water.
Water?
Sure.
I'll dehydrate and then
something
rehydrate.
I need a water, something strong, and
Probably gonna want to get another water for her because she's with all of the emotional problems she's gonna need to be hydrated as well.
2 waters, something strong, and
An entire bottle of the strongest thing they carry.
surprise me for the last one.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
It
quickly
just
enough,
it
you
just
see
echoes.
like multiple hands. Like there's more than one bartender there, and grabbing stuff there, making the drink you want, slides the waters up, and it's like all 3 come up real fast right after one another, and you get this, in lack of better terms, like this wooden little tiki cup that has this really vibrant grapefruit color.
Sweet.
There's a surprise. There's your waters, and then slams this old bottle of this really dark liquid, almost black.
Nice.
Love the children.
More like black essence.
I'm gonna see the berry. Let's go.
I'm gonna waddle back over. I got a shit.
Kenku walked up to a lemonade stand.
Hey, got any grapes? No, I got alcohol. Even better.
I mean, grapes make wine, so
Here's yours.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna have you like set the water somewhere close
Uh-huh.
enough to grab, but like not.
Yeah.
I don't need it right now.
keep one on hand just in case. I don't know how strong that thing is. And then
Well, yes.
I'm gonna go back to my spot and hang out.
I'll probably like
Listen
sniff
to
it
trauma
and it'll
dump.
go, ugh.
What's it smell like? The black ichor. Death just does.
Rubbing alcohol. It smells like rubbing alcohol.
Oh God.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna take a swig. Just wait my feet on water. It depends. Unfortunately, I make it harder to get drunk.
I forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
It's fine. It's just the voices.
No more voices.
She's like,
We will not be dealing with any more voices today.
listen, if you are the voice in my head, that would be much better than the ones I keep hearing.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Is that a Kenku joke?
Sure.
We're gonna have to address this ring pulsing, glowing. Did anything happen or just pulsed and it jumbled it up and then that was it? Ooh, I didn't like that. Potentially gonna have another voice in my head once we leave here.
Would be a lot
It's-
preferable if that one was out of that.
I didn't even think it worked. He took. And now the gem's gone. Remember, he took that.
Still pulses.
Oh.
Mhm.
Is he connected to the ring?
I mean, he could have taken the physical essence of. He didn't necessarily have to take the gem. He could have took what was in the gem out of it, and now the gem's clear.
No, he didn't. I have Satori's soul.
Yeah. Don't you have it in something else though?
You're the amber you had?
Yeah.
He's in one of the amber stone things. Like ember. Perhaps I can see if our dear friend can. If he has another one. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't put a soul on it because it's not like I can kill a stone and then it's just like, oh no, and then it goes into there because a stone can't wear a ring. I can't do that. And she takes another swig. She just like, it's her coping mechanism over the years.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not like she's not an alcoholic, but it's definitely her coping mechanism, so maybe she is. I don't know. I know I need sleep. I gotta train them a little bit. You know what? How many hours have passed? I'm guessing she would probably have to look to you for that. Because it was
For all of this, I'm gonna say
4 or 5.
yeah,
So we left and got here by what, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
We might want to go to bed.
So we're probably looking around.
Especially you.
It's probably around 6 or 7 right now.
Then we should probably get a short rest. I'm pretty sure we all look like raisins. That one's been over there. He's sleeping in the bushes.
Yeah, that one's not moving.
That one's
So-
making the door shake as it's closed. Just
Are you still there?
I mean, he would have woken up.
he's
Probably
knocked out.
after the trauma dump. Probably would have woken up.
Oh, him? I meant that one. Oh, he's a. Are you,
Well, his short rest is only 4 hours.
that's true.
I'm out.
No,
I'm dead though.
okay, I'm not picking that up. Because they're in a house, right? I'm not picking that up.
Hmm?
I'm not picking. I'm not picking up what you're telling me. Like I'm not getting that.
I'm burning a sorcery point, casting Sacred Flame. Modifying it, I will roll the Arcana check. So she feels radiant warmth.
Nope, sorry. Okay.
Oh fuck.
Okay. No,
I was-
okay, I get that.
Because it's a cantrip.
Are
Yeah.
you paying attention to the movie?
Huh?
Are you paying attention to the movie?
Mm-mm.
No, he took the bathroom break.
His brain went
Because
back and
Char or the lady of Lost has been talking to her, and you just did. She just feels divine warmth at the moment. Okay. So your body just feels warm and calm, like you calm down, like a weight's been lifted off your shoulder after you hearing, after you've been talking to that, and she's been in your head telling you that this pain was out. And now it's silent, and you just feel this divine warmth and calm.
Yes.
So now I'm gonna
but-
think it's her.
Yes, but the thing is like she was making you feel cold.
She was initially cold to the touch because she is of darkness.
But what
Now you
he's
feel
putting
a
down
divine
is that
power.
she's like, let it out, you'll feel better.
Yeah.
And then
She
you
let it out, now I feel
That's
warm.
what
I
I
don't
was
know if
getting to.
she did that.
Mm-hmm.
He inadvertently is in the potential of
Well, no,
making me warm
because
up to her
hold on, let me
intended.
redact that. Because in trance, I'm still aware of my surroundings and what's going on with me. I just
You
don't
didn't-
move.
You never heard. Yeah, I understand that, but you can't hear when she's being spoken to in her head.
This is
No,
true.
but I said it out loud. She was talking. She was
Yeah.
speaking again.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna know who that is.
Oh, okay.
That's why that's really cool to play with that. So I like it. Anyway, continue.
Let's try to do something good. Backfire.
But wouldn't I notice that it's not the same presence?
You would notice
Nope.
maybe there's radiancy happening.
Yeah.
Nope. Doesn't mean that.
No, it's just gonna get real warm in the top.
No, it's not.
No, her herself just feels a divine
Like
presence.
a
you
weight
do
that's gonna
not
lift it
just
up.
automatically pick that up unless you have divine sense out.
Okay.
So you just feel that radiant warmth and everything goes calm and silent. Like I said, like a big weight was lifted off of your purses.
It'd be really funny if you looked at me, said thank you,
Thanks
and I
for
said,
playing.
I didn't do that.
You're welcome.
I'm not gonna lie. Part of me pondered if I would think that because
'Cause I was
being around
also
the
thinking about
paladin
doing
of
that.
light doing that. Yeah, I get what he's putting down, but at the same time, would I wonder if it was also you, or if it was her, or both?
Yeah. Would that upset the woman in your head?
If she thinks that it's gonna affect her, me believing it was her,
I wasn't
probably
sure
not.
if external energy was
Don't worry
going.
about it,
I really don't like that.
But
That's
You
what
had
makes
to
me
open your mouth.
nervous.
Don't worry about any of that. That's who called me.
You had to open your mouth.
she puts down the bottle and just puts the cork back in. Sorry, she goes. Puts it over there. Starts drinking some of the water. I think it is time to get rest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel better.
You look like you're about to fall asleep. Probably.
She has like a genuine smile on her face.
That's gonna make me really
And
concerned.
she gets up, grabs a towel, wraps it around her, and she kind of almost skips to the non-room that Cookie knocked over, put him in, and closed the door of. She's gonna go to one of the other rooms.
Okay, I'm gonna divine sense as soon as that happens because that scares me.
That's not normal.
She's just skipping along, and she kind of like hums as she's going.
Okay.
She feels a little happier.
Roll Give me an insight.
I can do basic math. 19 plus 2 is 21.
So you do feel a lingering presence of divine from multiple fronts,
Mm-hmm.
from two different locations.
Okay.
One targeting her,
Yeah.
the other.
Oh boy.
Huh?
What did she do to him?
She made him in the butter.
No! Divine presence.
Oh.
She made him see God. That's what did she do to him?
All I can hear is taking a church. The freaking whatever that song
Mother.
is.
Because I was down there praying, God's help me!
Oh, she did. She gave the cat of nines and everything. And those tongs. Well, those tongs did. They did work for you somehow, some way.
Okay, but I'm going to sense that it was targeted toward her specifically.
There's a divine presence around her and coming from Ryan's room.
Okay.
Again, did it all.
Sorry. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to know that it came from him, in which case I would have been like, hey, thank you.
You know it's coming from him, and you know that you sense where. You don't know what.
Yes.
So you do sense divine coming off Lucy at this moment, and from Ryan Firms, where you feel those two presence.
There'd be one more source. His bow. Nell's bow.
Piece of luck.
Because it deals nothing but radiant.
That has nothing to do
Really?
with
Okay.
divine.
I'm just saying,
That's
story-wise,
not it.
how it was obtained.
Yes and no. It's not.
Okay.
Maybe more like sense magic
No,
and stuff.
actively divine presence at this moment.
Okay.
Meaning a deity is within, is around two
There's a
people
deity
at
in the
the
room.
moment.
Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
opened the door.
Pretty much just gonna get a sincere thank you. But I need to get out now. So,
Thank you.
What do you think? You don't think he did anything?
well, no, because wouldn't I know that he?
Nope.
It just says you sense divinity.
He
Okay.
did subtle spell.
Okay.
Meaning you did not hear an incantation.
So you don't know where it came from.
Okay.
You just noticed.
That's
I mean,
why.
I mean, what struck odd is that when she let it all out, and that right when she let it all out, a bluish flame appeared around her, and she just felt calm.
Mhm.
Like that. So you saw a physical,
That's why I was asking
like-
if I
like
could
a-
sense
like
that
a
it
blue
came
flame.
from him.
and then when you did your divine sense, when it calmed down and vanished, you don't know where it came from.
Okay.
You just know that she's been touched by some type of divinity at this like now.
Yes. Okay.
Ryu is at the moment.
All
Could
right.
it be the voice in my head? Could it be something else? I don't know.
Yeah, because Sacred Flame is only verbal and semantic.
Yeah.
Subtle spell removes
Removes
those
that.
components.
Okay.
She is nestled under her blankets and
Yeah.
she is going to sleep.
Well, I was.
Okay, well, hold that thought.
Yes.
Hold that thought. Because I want to get to you.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
You're passed out. What feels like a normal, long-waited rest is disturbed. From your normal, calming dreams in a valley of, surrounded by forest, woodlands, seeing dragons fly over, seeing the massive, sparkling blue stream and river flow through the valley, seeing all that, it immediately, once you're in that calm state of feeling that, it does a whole 180.
Welcome
And
to
you're
hell.
around ruin, bodies everywhere, dragons dropping from the sky, with massive bolt-like javelins pierce them. Seeing all of this, and then quickly it goes to a different scenery. Goes back to Barovia, seeing countless of your allies being slain. Seeing Strahd literally reach his hand through Carmine's body and pulls out her beating heart. Switching over, seeing Sat and Nocturne duke it out and seeing them both die. Switching again, seeing Zarkon being sucked into a book, never seen again. Seeing countless of your allies, like a carousel of memories, just going and going and going around, seeing different things of people dying, feeling that pain just build up, you awake. And as Amari approaches the door, feeling that divine presence, you hear ruffles in the on the bed and
Okay, so one thing I'd like to state is I put a robe on. 2, I am kicking open his door. Because I'm going to assume someone's attacking you.
You kick open his door. Ryo is literally out of the covers. Covers flipped over. Shirtless. You see his dragon mark shine, bright as bright can be. All the illusionary script is written all over him, on his arm, and you just see this cold sweat, and his eyes are just in that 1,000-yard stare.
Pretty much, I'm sitting up like.
No, you are under the effects right now of a night terror. If you know what those are.
Yeah. I'm saying, I'm just like I know. Oh, I'm sitting up straight, but like my hands. This is the hand that has the dragon mark, or the other one's just.
You're just doing that blank stare, like you just had a night terror.
But now you saw it all again vividly.
Okay, so is he awake or is he still asleep?
No idea.
Okay.
He is just you heard it. You open the door. You know he's sitting on the bed, still with the covers on him. You see sweats coming from him, and he is panting hard. And he just has that blank stare. I mean, he's in a night terror. You knew what those are. You've seen one happen. That's what he's doing right now.
I'm going to attempt to wake him, but from a distance because I don't want stab. So I'm going to be like, Ryo, wake up! And see if that does anything. See if he registers that my voice is happening at all.
Or if it's more like an echo.
Yes.
He can hear it. But when you wake out of the night terror, you're still paralyzed. Technically.
How far to
Sleep
his room?
paralysis.
Probably like, what, 30 feet?
About 40.
Because the rooms, I think, as you said, are like
Cool.
They're
Spread out.
massive. They're massive, yeah.
Cool. So I'm going to see, observing everything in silence. Seeing her kick his door open, I'm casting kinetic jaunt.
Did you ever move from the goddamn
bushes.
bushes? So you heard a door kick open, and now you're immediately going to assume you're paranoid.
Just a little bit. So, using kinetic jaunt.
Do you need to see
What do you mean?
for kinetic jump?
I'm making my stand
It
up.
just increases my speed by 10.
I thought.
You're thinking vortex warp.
No. Like Misty Step.
Nope.
I thought kinetic jump was like Misty Step.
You magically empower your movement with dance-like steps, giving yourself the following benefits of the duration. Your walking speed increased by 10. You don't provoke opportunity attacks. You can move through the space of another creature that does not count as difficult terrain. If you end your turn in another creature's space, you are shunted to the last unoccupied space you occupied, and you take 1d8 force damage.
Okay.
So, in a flash, he's right behind you with bow drawn.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around and be like, I don't think that's necessary, but best be prepared.
And same thing while you're there in a blank
That wouldn't
stare.
surprise you that he just is there.
I don't think anything surprises her anymore after being around Barovia.
Well,
No, I get
Everywhere else.
what he's doing.
Oh.
I get that meaning. I do. Because he is the newest party member to you guys. You guys don't know anything about him. And like a silent shadow, he's already there behind her. And
He could have done it.
all you hear is just that bowstring knock.
yeah.
You can hear that tension being pulled.
That's why I
And
was
when you
turning
look,
around.
You're like there. See, that's the thing. I don't think you guys as a whole understand that
As party
mechanic
members.
yet. Just because, we all know who he is.
Well, that's why I
We
said
all know,
afterwards.
John's played with us for a very long time. we all know that. I don't think you guys put the player versus character notion
That's what,
in the
yeah,
book.
that's
Well,
what I said afterwards. It's more or less, how do you do that? Like,
But,
did he do this?
I mean, you also have to think of where she comes from. She would have probably encountered one of them before.
But not him.
Not him, but...
He could, for all you know, he could have done
I severely doubt
this.
you've ever encountered a Gloomstalker before. These things literally are these things would be an elite force of the Astral Sea. They move within shadows. You would never probably notice they were.
I just assumed Astral Elf, and because she is from
They
a
are-
plane that's in the Astral Sea.
It's in a realm
Yeah.
in the Astral Sea. It's not the Astral Sea itself.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not like they're astral elves in their own right are nomads, are hermits. They don't really live in colonies. They can, but most do not. They wander the seas because they are the first line of defense, offensively and defensively for it. I would say Amari does know that the Astral Elves themselves are sparsed out, are an elite group there is the very elite group of warriors for the Astral Elves.
Yeah, I would have assumed
And
at
they
least...
are just a line of defense and stuff like that. Knowing you don't know all their abilities and what they can do, so seeing that would scare you a little.
If I'm picking what you're putting down, she would also potentially wonder, did he have anything to do with him freaking out? Why
Well,
is he here?
The thing is like the freak out happened while he was still over there. So...
Sure enough.
He freaked out. You were going into your room.
Oh yeah.
And you all, I would say while you're in there and you close the door, same with you, you feel this breeze
Mhm.
right after the door being kicked. That's where I'm going to leave it at that because, again, I think you guys are bleeding too much from player to characters.
So,
From my perspective,
For me-
seeing you guys here, me
From
being on
what
this
I'm
side,
getting
it's a
off-
whole different perspective than I am seeing what you guys are seeing.
from what if I was in? Let me put it this way: if I was in Amari's, or no, but yeah, I'll put it Lucy's situation. You just closed the door. You hear me panting like.
Yeah,
Going to
you
scare.
you have a high natural passive.
But
You hear
I
the
also
door
just got
clo-
my emotions calm. Would I be more on the defense or just like, huh?
That's you.
But you hear the door kicked
That's
in and a
what you
breeze.
think.
My first thought: somebody broke in and they were hiding in my room.
Well, that's why I was...
She's falling asleep.
Yeah.
That's why I said she'd be more
See,
like
that's
waking up.
the
Like,
thing. That's why I say I think from my standpoint, sitting here behind the screen, trust me, I wish you guys can all feel what I do from behind here. There's a perspective. There's a barrier that's within these screens.
Yes.
When I see you guys act out and me here, multitasking, looking up your character sheets, looking up other things, looking up what the Lady of Loss is on the laptop, on the internet, while you guys are all talking, I'm hearing all this. So my perspective, okay, I know she's going to bed, I know Bones is going to bed. You're feeling this divine presence, not everybody hears it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel something unnatural between these two.
Mm-hmm.
She's calm, and as she shuts the door, you hear both of you being tired, hitting that exhaustion level. Amari just runs, kicks a door open. Not run. You heard her walk over.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a door being kicked open. You hear somebody else panting real hard.
And she's screaming my name.
As, you hearing that, and you just hear a breeze fly through. And behind your ear, you hear a string being pulled.
Yeah.
Now take that from what your characters see. How your characters react in this moment as your guys are experiencing it right now is too different from what your players are doing.
I know.
I know you know.
I know you know that I know. What I'm
We're not
saying
getting
is,
into that conversation.
rewind back to what I had said before. That happened. you said the rooms are all decently spaced and the rooms are spacious.
Right.
She went over that way to her room. Cookie put him that way, and I said I closed the door, laid down, and went to sleep. And then after all of that, she went over there, heard that, bust the door open. Am I in REM sleep?
No, you're not falling for
Not
that.
REM sleep. Am I like, as I'm settling down, I hear a door. For all I know, Cookie could have come back. Like the
Right.
door's busted
I'm gonna say,
at first.
okay. From that standpoint, then, you're laying down and you're feeling that drowsiness wash over, and immediately no, it kicks back into overdrive because you hear the loud bang at the right moment. No, I'm just.
So I really didn't want to be like, wait a minute, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I would say the whole thing with paranoia, not so much paranoia, but this is night here.
It's always night.
Right. She's kicking a door open into a dark room. He has the expertise in darkness.
She still hears it.
I know.
Still hears it, but here's.
Well, I have dark vision.
This is
too,
the other
but
thing
still.
too. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage at this time. This is to determine whether or not he goes into a full-on panic attack.
Now she's there.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's in a pan.
Yep.
24.
Because she's there.
I get what you're saying.
You get, because like this chain reaction's all happening at this time right now. So, the Blau bang with a night terror just happened. Hearing a string bow and a dark entity, you see, because when he pulls that bow back, there's a light on that arrow. So that immediately is throwing you all out of the fucking whack after what you just experienced. So you control. When that all happens, you take a second. Time slows down for like a second. It freezes, and you hear this. You hear yourself. And reality kicks back in. That brief second of, time stopping. You take that breath and you're realizing what's happening right now. You see Amari there. You see Mel behind her with a light, with an arrow knocked in a bow with light because of you just panting. You're starting to realize what you just went through. You're enough to take that first initial breath to calm you down.
Is he like by my shoulder? Okay.
Like if you look,
No,
there's
it's
a
not
beam
aimed
of
at-
light
yeah.
right here.
Yes, that was my whole thing, because it's going to be a couple different reactions, because if it's beside my head but not directed at me, that's going to warrant I don't think that's necessary, but better to be prepared. That's what I was getting at, is because also I've dealt with a lot of different people with a lot of different abilities at
Give
this
me
point.
a perception, John.
Because between Sat and Kalan and Strahd and Isaac and so many people with so many different abilities. So it's just him suddenly appearing behind me. Okay.
24.
You swear behind you is a shadowed figure of a hooded lady, almost embracing Ryu from behind. You swear for a split second you see that, and when you knock, that light shines in the room and you see nothing.
Now I would say, since everybody was discussing it, I also didn't want to feel like I'm getting, I must never run over here and see stuff like everybody else was talking. So I would say at that point, feet come padding over that way, like.
That's what, that's the thing that I wanted to get to, like.
I didn't want to just jump
No,
in.
no, no.
but
Like,
just-
I get it.
That's what I
Would Lucy just be laying in bed, hearing that, and be like,
She'd probably
"What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah,
Would you? Are you the curious one to go out and go look to see what that is? Are you panicked or scared to where you just want to lay in the room and be like, "Okay, this is so many
Not my
things
problem.
happened."
No.
Right.
Not my monkey, not my circus.
She would be curious, even though, like I said, the emotions have been calmed. But like I said, they were doing their thing. He was saying his thing. So again, yes, that's at least it wasn't. I was trying to like at least correct
That's
that
the thing.
part.
Like, are you like, if you're doing that, and I know you guys are for one, you're not acting the paranoid part of your characters being playing it all the time. Every time you hear a sound, or every time there's a loud bang out there, you're not going to go run out guns blazing. What the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
Not
That
always.
was that. Yeah, that was.
But
That was
that's
me.
The thing.
the reaction she has is different. Like when you said that all the screaming and the torture sounds, that was more her thing when she heard that. Like noises happen, and it's not. I'm not gonna like.
No,
Here,
I
pan
get
drop
that.
thing. Look. But yeah, she at that she collected herself, got up, and she slowly patted her feet and still going like this. Because I said she literally just put a towel on and went to bed, and she's just going like this, like what's going on? Why does he have a bow drawn?
Heard something from Ryo's room. Not sure if it was just a nightmare or
What
not.
about Bones? Bones just laying in the
I'm
bed.
gonna hear the bang. Say, God damn it! I don't even got clothes
Oh,
on.
it's
now."
just about the
Would
sleep,
you?
man.
Would you tell me that's what you saw?
And I'm gonna put
or-
clothes on.
As
See, that you're metagaming at the moment.
She's foot patting and just a pat.
Okay.
She's just like, I don't even have a gun.
What's
You're
happening,
already
What's going on
having a
now?
conversation to happen.
Okay.
Me.
Let it unfold.
I'm thinking
Okay.
some bad shit's about to go down, and I'm currently.
Say what?
I don't even
Go
have
ahead and
guns.
give me a
Nah,
with disadvantage,
Oh my
a
God.
straight on intelligence check.
In my bed. And I'm
On me?
thinking,
No,
Something
not
bad's
that,
happening.
like,
It takes a
Ryu,
miss to, like,
full on
remove the-
intelligence
Yeah.
check.
Well, not me.
Disadvantage. Not a saving throw, a check.
So.
15.
You barely recall. I would say the only thing that's hitting you hard right now are the last 3 deaths.
So Zarkon.
Zarkon going missing because he's not. It's
He's
not
not
death. He's missing. He got sucked into a
They're
book.
like steel.
Steel
But
bone.
both of you shared a moment with Bahamut. So there is a bond there that's stronger than a friendship. I'm gonna say that way. So yeah, that's gonna hit a thing. Stalebone walking off, and the last one after that, which I don't remember because there's way too many names.
There was that dude. No, that he wasn't a compatriot, but still, that guy did pull off after him, and then it was Fern.
I thought it was
From
the guy first, and
Sir
then
Galen.
it was
Sir Galen, if you include
Stelbone.
if you include Galen, then it's, after that it's Fern.
I wouldn't say a Gallon because I literally just met him, so I didn't have enough
So I
chance
would say Ferns. No.
So yeah.
So
it'd be
those are
Fern.
the last 3 that you recall at this moment because you don't remember the rest of your dream. You remember the last 3 deaths very prominently as the last 3 things you saw before you woke up.
Sorry, let me get back in character.
But yeah, I'm gonna quickly put my clothes back on, grab a dagger, and slowly make my way over to where I heard the sound.
Roll me a stealth. If you're doing, are you okay? Are you doing it stealthily, or are you just gonna walk over here?
I'm just slowly walking over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy enough because he's the one with an arrow notch with a high, decent perception, so you can hear footsteps behind you.
more like the talons clicking on.
I would actually, you know what? Playing by character. She walked out. I would say if she saw that, when she exits the room, I would probably see, because it's not like 1,000 yards from her or anything. She probably would have ducked back in the room and grabbed one of her pistols and then patted over and then would have went like this. Put the bow down.
That's what I was getting to.
Okay, so you hear
Just
you
a
hear
click.
the sound of something metal iron.
Grindage.
You hear that click back.
Hi, Mrs. Smith.
I knew you knew the
Talon.
sound. You know the sound of
Talon
talking.
wet.
I was gonna make a joke
Knowing
about
her
you being strapped
character,
and
though?
strapped, but that's okay.
I don't know.
But no, I'm not trying to divulge here. But knowing your character and being a sharpshooter and all that,
Okay, hold on.
I'm just
You
trying
want
to
me
get
to
to this now. The way he's holding his bow is not aimed at anyone.
I know.
It's in his room, though.
You just have a bow knocked. Are you out in position, or is it just
Are you more like
Like
this,
you're
or are
ready
you
to
like
pull.
this?
It's
Knocked downward?
yeah.
Well, no, it would have to be over Amari's shoulder with the light because you saw a
Yeah, I
shadow,
did see the
you would
shadow.
be-
So I
you'd
don't
be
know
aimed
that.
at that when you hit of a mechanical device.
And then
So she's
Yeah, but
just
do you
like,
really think I'm gonna let him just randomly shoot Ryo?
You guys are
We don't
not
know what's
acting.
going on.
He's
You don't
holding
know where
a
he's
bow
at.
into Ryu's room. I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
but
on.
I mean, he's pointed right over my shoulder. If I assumed that it was meant for Ryo, I would have been like,
But the
That's-
fun
that's
part,
Amari's
but also
assumption
if
at the
with
moment. Yeah.
I
possibly,
get what she's getting at.
yeah,
possibly with her,
yeah.
you guys might think, oh, he's just making
But
sure
like
he's okay.
in
I
the
could be like,
past-
he's
in the
gonna shoot
past
him. What do you do?
battles, I mean, you've seen her use the rifle, but not a hand piece like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
What
like
did you use in the last battle?
rifle.
The
Okay.
rifle.
Not
You didn't see
Pistoleros.
this smaller version.
No, this smaller one's aimed like at the back of the noggin.
You look at it and you feel the a cold metal from the back of your head.
Lower
cold steel.
the bow.
I'm not. This
I
point
don't
in
want
time.
to catch a cold, and I would like to get some sleep. And if you're pointing a bow
This
at one
point,
of my
I see all
compatriots,
this
I
going
would
on.
really,
No.
really
You're starting.
like
Yeah, you're at this
you
point.
to
With,
lower.
Fire. And as he reappears, the bow is lowered and the arrow is not glowing.
What's
Both of
going
you-
on?
where are you at? You in the room? You
No,
Yeah.
I'm sideways.
Okay.
Not even doing the full 30, 15 feet.
Starlight. So you just see stars, and then stars reappear in
Yeah.
the shape of him.
What the hell is going on?
Well,
And what are you?
I don't
What
know
are you all doing in my room?
You don't
Dude,
know
we're not in
shadows
your
like
room. We're at
that.
the door.
which one?
But I'm assuming because
Some of
those
your
two
characters had
were
door
just
locks.
at the door frame
Feel like one of them
inside
did.
my room.
Door frame,
Sacked
not
it.
in the room.
I've
But, like,
seen it
close
before,
enough.
so I'm gonna know what it is. Okay.
What's happening? What's going on? I heard a noise.
That's what I'm trying to figure out too.
If she turns back and faces it and just looks at
Someone
you.
was having a divine nightmare. At least I'm guessing.
She really did a number on you, huh?
It wasn't her. There was a shadow that moved within his room.
What?
What did the shadow look like?
I don't know. As soon as I drew the bow, the light obscured it.
Her again?
I would assume.
So both.
So
Great.
now I gotta play the psychological game to get your
Great.
mindset to
Great.
know what the fuck's going on without releasing any more information.
So she kind of like, set towards not ready to fire. You put yours away, and I'll put mine away.
Oh, it's already down.
Yes?
As he lets go of the bowstring, the arrow vanishes.
And then she kind of goes like this, because her hair is just like draping like that. She's just like, I would like to get some sleep. You alright in there, Ryu?
It's a nightmare.
Was it that bad?
A bit.
Should I get someone more petite next time?
That was your doing.
Goddamn.
You ornery bitch.
I am one. I mean, I've been called that many times. I've been called many things.
Yes, hello.
Listen, you need to let loose a little, okay?
Friends
Did
like you, who needs enemies?
Listen, strong ladies help unwind the kinks, and you seemed like you were a really stressed person.
You want to be the pot or the kettle?
Hey, it is what it is. I need sleep. Are you gonna be okay? Do you need a snuggle buddy? I can go get you one.
With your choices is again, we'll say it again.
I also have alcohol out here. If that would help you sleep, you can cuddle a bottle.
If I can have another bottle of what I was drinking in downstairs, that'd be great.
You have a bottle, remember? Oh no, you left it in the room with your Snoo buddy.
Did you finish it?
So that means Cookie has a free bottle of that dragon stuff now.
I don't even know. Oh, who's got the bottle? Oh,
You
the
took
dragon.
it with you to your room, and that's the room you
Oh,
went to.
yeah, I did take it with my room, but I don't think it made it upstairs.
Nope.
So either it's empty or
I'm going back down to the bar.
We have one up here.
Do you have a bar?
We have free
I
drinks.
just like
You need
I'll
to
be back.
sleep. Get something to drink. Get
I
some sleep.
just point. Right
Listen,
there.
I walked up here, I stumbled through the door, or last thing I remember, was I hit the floorboards.
You got carried in by Cookie.
Do you
she
want
carried
one?
to bed.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Double shot of dragon's breath.
I'll be back. And then I'm gonna go to
I'm on cloud 9 right now,
And then
and
do that.
I have not
18.
felt cloud 9 ever. I'm gonna go to sleep.
25.
Okay.
Anybody
I'm gonna
need
go to the
anything
bar and
else
get him 2
before
shots of
I
it.
that way?
Go to sleep.
Real quick.
Actually, forgot. Like she has her bag that way, so she goes, pads her feet that way, grabs her bag, and just goes to the room. Good morning, good night, whatever. Close enough. No more pointing arrows at people, unless they're enemies.
I'm
The light's not on anymore. Okay.
Oh no.
For how long that's been off?
The audio is still here. That's why I'm getting it.
Okay.
Just happened not too long.
Shit happens.
I'm very perceptive. Let's get your thing that you only have that many hours left. So. Would you guys all turn in to try to get sleep? You know that it's going to be hard, right? Falling back to sleep with that just happening. And when everybody's right now in their expected rooms because you have a very high perception. So does Lucy. You guys can smell morning meats being cooked like bacon.
Stay asleep, stay asleep, stay asleep, stay asleep, stay asleep.
Right now, you are in the dawning hour. So getting a long rest is going to be very hard to come by right now.
I think I didn't realize a short rest. I don't really have anything taken away, really build up the health.
For the love of the
I
gods.
understand that.
Would we include the chill out time in our long rest?
This says no. Not
Okay.
a short rest. Remember, you guys are partying, doing stuff,
Therapy session.
way more than a light activity.
Okay.
So, I'm going to leave it up to this. I need, because you already took yours, so you have yours already in.
Mm-hmm.
But to get you guys the long rest, I'm going to need a constitution roll from you. DC is 25. This is to get the ability. This is get how to hurry up, get
Confirmed.
to sleep.
But
What? I don't eat that.
yeah, but
18 plus. You said Constitution save?
I will take disadvantage with freak out.
Frank, even with a nat 20, I ain't gonna hit 25.
Just a point.
don't forget your pluses.
He did. Can't get it from you when everybody's in separate rooms.
Oh, she's sleeping in my room, so.
You will.
+5, 7. 27. 15 plus 5 plus 7.
That's what I said, because you can only,
22.
and, you know, you have to get up by noon, which is in 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be hard to do and try to get the benefits of the sleep.
I'm not training, so.
So you can sleep.
Are
You're going to get the
you
benefits of a short rest if you want it. But when you come to, you're going to have one level of exhaustion.
are we all in the same room, or are we all in different rooms?
I think
Or
I'm
like,
in a
are we?
different room.
She's
Okay,
by
I'm in the
herself
same
now,
room as
you're in the
her.
same room as
So
me,
are
'cause
you
don't
in the
leave me
room
by
beside
myself.
us?
We're not going to go for
The
benefits.
room is huge. Our room is
Yeah.
massive.
You're not going to
Yeah.
get her benefits.
Yeah.
So what did you get?
Hmm?
What did you roll? What's your total for your constitution?
4.
Your constitution saving throw is 0?
Oh no, I got
Add your plus.
2.
So
Yeah.
6. So you're going to suffer a point of exhaustion.
Actually, no, I won't, Frank.
Why?
Tireless Explorer. I automatically ditch one level of exhaustion.
A what?
Tireless Explorer.
Look it up. Read it.
Because I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ever heard of
I've heard of
Tireless
it before.
Explorer.
It's a ranger ability. I have Death Explorer from him. Tireless, 10th level. As an action, you can give yourself 1d8 temporary hit points. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. In addition, so you just give yourself you don't. It's 1d8
There was
temporary
something-
hit points.
There was something where I could ditch it.
Now you're just making crap up.
You get
No, tireless exhaustion. Whenever you finish a short rest,
What do you
that's
say?
in others.
Yeah. Deft Explorer Tireless Exhaustion. Whenever you finish a short rest, your exhaustion level, if any, is decreased by 1.
Okay, so you don't get it.
So I can take. I can still
You
take a
feel the grogginess of it.
Yeah.
We'll do that. You feel the grogginess of it.
It's
but you
It's like
still-
the hangover next morning. Like, ugh.
Yes, you just don't gain. You gain the benefits of a short rest,
I just
not
don't.
a long rest.
Gotcha.
So meaning you don't get his luck points
Yes.
back.
Are you still gonna laze about in the room or whatever?
I still got 2 though.
What do you mean? For.
Because me and him are the only ones that have to rush up and go get training done.
Well, hold on.
Oh, pause.
Sorry.
We're not there yet.
Right. Going to sleep is where I wanted to take a break.
Heard that.
That's why I initially did that.
So I'm gonna take my short rest, Frank.
Yes. So those who didn't make that save gets a short rest. Those who made it get the benefits of the long rest. And we're going to break them, pick up the next day.
Okay. My roll was a 27, by the way.
So Lucy, Amari, and Nell get the long rest while Bones and Ryu do not. So they have a tireless sleep with all the... Ryu suffered a very traumatic experience at the moment with the night terror and stuff like that, while Bones was just trying to fall asleep and couldn't find the grasp for it. Smells of meats waking you up to where it's kind of like, I can't sleep now.
My wing's
Still
still
broken.
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot about that.
Because you need a long rest to heal. Or whoever whoever does, cure wounds on you and shit like that will fix that.
Mm.
Oh, my God, okay.
Plus 15.
So with that, we're going to break. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. So, throughout the night, is there anything in particular y'all want to do before we finish the night?
Getting back to my bed in one piece.
Your bed is there.
For the night.
That is your bed.
Fuck y'all.
Don't probably tell each
Actually, roll me a Constitution. And I believe you have disadvantage from the spare to begin with.
Either one would have been a good roll.
Oh, He rolled a 19 and a 17.
Con save? 21.
And you're gonna survive it.
Performance check.
How'd you perform? Yeah, how'd you perform, bro? Disadvantage on that, too.
You're just spared. It's time to,
See how well you delivered for Cookie.
13 and a 10.
12.
Average.
Traditional 30 seconds. Got it.
What the hell are you doing with the other 28 and a half seconds?
How many times did it happen?
I will say, to be generous, when the girls go upstairs and we like figure out where our rooms are and we see the hot spring that we have up there, or whatever it is it a decent size? I'm gonna go back downstairs. Be like,
Wait, are we recording?
Okay.
and
No.
I didn't know.
No.
I didn't know if we got back at it. You didn't cast it.
I go to
Watch the movie!
I weave
My
back,
line, bitch.
Oh,
First
okay. I
one, second
remember
one.
what you're talking about.
I weave back through to up to the bartender. I got a question.
Hold on. So, you finished your little hot spring?
Oh no,
No.
this is before we did our hot spring thing. I'm just
You
saying.
guys
Like,
said you guys were already going up there.
we
while
went
he got-
upstairs. Yeah. So
Okay.
cool. I go back downstairs. We either I went there
Okay,
and came back.
so we have
downstairs.
surveyed the area first,
We were
and
looking at
then
the
she's
rooms to
coming
see
back
everything
downstairs.
out there. Girls are getting ready to go in there. The
I'm
hot
going
spring.
in the hot spring.
She's going.
Hold on. Pause.
Never
So-
mind. Okay.
She goes. I got a question. How many of your ladies are not in service right now, or just about their time? They don't have someone with them.
Hold on.
Currently, there are 6 that are on break.
Cool. I slide you 2 platinum. They're gonna have some PTO.
Come again?
Paid time off.
For what?
We have a hot spring up there. Let them relax. One of our compatriots
Not where I
is
was going.
having his service rendered, and same with this lovely lady he is servicing, and vice versa. They get to have a little time off and enjoy the hot springs with us ladies.
I'll send them right now.
I was wondering. I was like, are we taking them for the rest of the night, or are we just
That,
taking
for however long they want, they can have the hot spring up there with us. And I come back and I'll be like, I got a surprise.
Okay.
Where are you at?
Okay.
That's your upstairs area too, bro.
I also. Questions? See if we can get some information on some of their clientele.
Probably like person confidentiality code.
Yes. More like it's more like it's a gossip session. Used
If we return
to
any information, cool.
yes.
If not,
Used
cool.
to
They
scope-
gossiped.
If there's anyone of importance that we should be concerned about. Does this
Okay.
make sense?
Like a little tea session, but not like grilling them about it.
It's
They say,
yeah, it's enjoyable reconnaissance.
Gotcha.
Have a little party.
So, give me 1 second.
Night terrors? Shadows lurking?
Hey everyone, Jonathan here from the D20Misfits, also known as Viking. I've got a sponsor today that I'd really like to give a shout out to. Dubby. I'm a hardcore energy drink user. I'll do 2, 3 energy drinks a day. This stuff, let's cut that out. If you're interested, go to w.com and on checkout use our code D20Misfits10 to get 10% off. Again, Dubby, well done.
they be able to get some rest?
And welcome back. So, with just reiterate, little traumatic experience for the night.
Little
Just a tiny bit.
physical and mental for me.
After you guys got the benefit of the long rest, why two did not get it because it was hard to go back to sleep. Ryu, with the night terror that you had, Bones just hard to go to sleep, especially smelling, the breakfast meat being cooked, knowing that it was dawn. So, from there, knowing you guys, you know that there are at least 6 hours within the day while they're sleeping for you to do whatever you want before, both y'all need to go that way. So, as you guys are, unless you and you two who are not sleeping, you can't really sleep, or you guys are doing anything within this. If not, then
You try to go back to sleep.
everybody wakes up. Okay. So, you're pretty much, I would say, so you would be walking up to her door and you hear
Moment.
Lucy. Lucy.
I would say, because she did bring her bag with her, she opens it up and she's in like a black night robe dress, nightgown. She's like, I just need to change into gear for this thing. Give me a moment. She closes the door and are you still laying down?
No, whenever he knocks, I'm gonna wake up and start getting dressed. Cause I'm not letting you go anywhere by yourself. Yeah. Too much crap happens when you're alone. Okay.
I need a harness and
I'm pretty much taking over Sat's role right now of making sure that you're okay because I'm from one stand it seems more like an obligation, but also at the same time every time you're left alone something happens.
Fair enough. She gets in she starts putting things out on the bed and then she's digging. And she finally pulls out what she's looking for, and it is more dark garbs. And it's leather-ish per se, but it's black. So she puts on all these, her smaller gear. Instead of normal, civilian gear, how they have that kind of stuff in a pack, she has that in a pack. And she has more like a shawl. It's a cloak-esque, but it's shorter with a hood.
Mm-hmm.
But not kind of the thing that she normally wants to wear. It's just, it is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's old. There's no reason why she doesn't really wear it. And she just pulls up the little face piece that she has and just,
I'm gonna request a breakfast sandwich or something to go.
Actually, when she pulls out her note, can you do me a favor? Can you write my hair, please? It's hard to this much hair.
Yeah.
And he's waiting out there, so he can. That'd be awesome.
So.
Just gotta wait outside the door, tap his foot.
I'm gonna open the door. Can you give me a breakfast sandwich? Close the door. And then I'm gonna to give him something to do.
Not even a please.
Well, it's because she knows that he's wanting to get a move on, so the faster everything gets done, the sooner that you guys can all leave.
guys have 24-hour butler service. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what, I can have him go request whatever while I'm focusing on her hair.
Or go to the bar.
Hey, there's an easier way. She goes ghost
You
guy.
gotta think it.
Ghost guy.
Shows up.
Can I have some toast, please?
Excellent. Come right up. And then,
Okay.
And she just starts to eat toast.
Okay.
Small thing
Yeah,
to
you,
eat while
it's
she's preparing.
you eat while I'm just Rapunzeling your hair.
Breaks off a piece. Here you go. and just continues to eat the toast.
Well, I was just like sandwich because I'll eat that on the way there.
I know. That's why she brought a piece of the bread. Just like, here you go. Like, pretty much, yeah.
And just because there's a lot of hair there.
She got a lot of hair. And it just hangs over, cloak comes up, puts the mask back up, and off we go.
Are you guys doing together as a group, or
I mean,
are you guys doing something in particular?
because we're doing our stealth training.
I was gonna go eat.
No, like, are you, or
Oh, I
okay,
don't know.
are the three of you staying at the place that, you know, at the inn / everything else,
I'm heading back
while
to the shop.
they go to the Imperial?
I'm going there as well, but not to go do what they're doing.
Okay. Well, they paid for it, you didn't.
Yeah, obviously.
So I would say while you're getting dressed and that, you know, staring dauntlessly trying to fall back to sleep and it's not working, and then you realize, you know, hey, it's kind of lighter. You can hear the crowds of, you know, in the morning, people coming out, the shop starting to open up, so you can tell business is starting to come up. It gets a little bit more, I would say, lively. Business is always going down, but
It's gonna be
more-
that moment.
more lively, yeah.
I'm just laying in bed.
But you hear,
Fuck it.
well, you don't have to follow the platinum. I can show you the ways of darkness and loss. For that you don't have to feel that anymore.
I can show you. Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
I said no already.
Exactly.
Well, my offer's there. You had a lot of pain last night. A lot of loss. Sorrow fills you. I can take it all away. Let you feel whole again.
Life as a soldier, I chose this life.
Until you break them.
Ooh. As we touch the door, they were saying ghost thing. I don't know your name, ghost person. Do you have a name? This was we were just saying ghost person thing. Does he operate back up? What? Do you have a name? Or does anyone call you anything other than something maybe mean or ghost person thing?
As long as you think what you need, I come up with it.
Send the really sleepy, grouchy person. Do you? I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. Do you have anything like? Well, I don't know. Is there coffee actually in D&D? Okay, a really strong coffee for that one. Which points towards where Ryu's room is.
Okay.
And I'm assuming the bird person, Bones, because she's not awake yet. So maybe really strong coffee for them.
This time, you're probably gonna hear the door with the. Fuck it. Let's
Coffee,
get.
sir.
I didn't even think.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? All right. You know what? I'm not even gonna question it. Thank you.
You're so loud.
Would that startle you?
We're in the same
Yeah,
room.
that's what exactly. That's what he did.
That's why I was like. That's why I did the whole. What the fuck?
Oh. I thought that was your.
Same thing. You're still laying in bed, but you smell this, you know, strong coffee
Can
aroma.
I just see someone
You
in
wake
my
up.
room?
No, not till you just
No.
see the cup sitting there with
Okay.
the steam in it.
Nice.
The little card says, "You're welcome."
Sitting there thinking to myself, kind of like thinking out loud a little bit. Great to have some eggs and
As soon as you
made
finish
bacon.
that sentence, before you finish it, you think it. I procure it.
Careful what you wish for. You might get more cookies. Have a good day.
Okay. Well, my day's gonna be a little bit better now. Thank you. I'm just gonna go sit down and eat. Eat before I head out.
Probably a sock much.
Just a different kind of sock.
That joke's a little
You
crusty.
know, before we left, we were watching the Chamber of Secrets. Before we left,
I mean, Cookie did have a Chamber of Secrets.
I'm sure it got explored.
Right, is just another notch on the belt.
Ryu's got explored.
God.
Should we roll
Why is
that?
it always me to get screwed over?
You bring it upon
I
yourself.
don't know.
But
Kruger's coming back from the grave, bro. You're just like...
I'm leaning to John's. You kind of bring it on yourself.
Next time it's Eli's turn.
But
That'll be so much worse. I
You
didn't
guys-
realize that.
I would say you
I
guys
know.
all
That's why it's gonna be funny.
probably grab a bite to eat, get the drinks, get ready for the day, and for those who are leaving to go to the Imperium, I'm going to say is all of you, or you staying behind?
I'll go.
Are you and Mario staying behind?
I'm going with her.
She said she's pulling up the statue of Satori for
So
now.
as you guys, okay, I'll leave. You guys get to the Imperium. Diedrich's there already. Opened up, ready to go. A couple customers already are trickling in, but he sees you guys. Are we ready? And the two of you can follow him. And there is a very dark, cloaked shadow that just comes. Looks like he just operates right out of fucking nowhere. Just gives you a look, nods, and walks into the back.
Nice.
So, as you two follow, you guys can think of what you guys are going to do there, if you guys are doing anything.
I'm gonna ask her if I can use the forge.
Well, there's a smith there.
I did that exact thing in the car.
You already know what I'm going to do.
I'm aware.
Well, there's a smith there. You guys, if you need anything fastened or created, you can go there with him. He kind of just points you away. But you see it as like this dark shadow takes you both there. Somebody else tries to go back, and you just see the hand, his hand press against their chest. You clock it. Sorry, Lucy clocks it first. Is when he does that, there's a blade right there at his heart, ready to be pierced. He just looks at him and it's like, fuck off, okay.
Never mind, I didn't see no, I don't want that.
It takes you back past the forge where Ryan stops to talk there. Past the forge opens this thick wooden door. And as you two enter, and he's the last one to enter, door shuts and it magically locks. And you see a whole training dojo type setting. Well, payment's already made. What do you wish to gain out of this?
Understanding.
Of
Thinking like a shadow kai.
in what form?
I know how to hide well.
Okay.
They seem to do it better. I want to be able to do that.
Yeah, I wish to be like a whisper in the wind, just...
They
Yes.
have more magical aptitude that allows it to happen. And it's also part of their training as the elites, and as their ability, they are naturally light-footed. So learning that is going to be a little difficult. You have to be able to fully master what they are, because you are not a Shadow Kai. So if there's anything within this way of learning shadows and how to move from there, if there's something else entirely that falls along those lines that you're trying to gain, that is the fine-tuning. And as for you,
Bit of that. I wish to be unnoticed, more light-footed, more perceptive.
like he is like not jotting it down, he's making mental notes, you can see him doing. He's trying to ascertain what you guys want to learn by learning the ways of shadows. Shadows is a very big, broad spectrum.
Concealment.
Being the ghost that was never there.
I agree. Very aptly.
There are ways to learn about this. Now, they're not going to guarantee that you're going to learn it within the time that we have. And like this room, you can see it's looks open. It looks like a dojo setting. But a quick turn of the shadows as light pierces through a little bit. It's a setting. It's an alley. There are makeshift people walking around, all illusionary, as you can tell. And he leads you through the process kind of one at a time. Okay, I'll say both at the same time, but y'all seen the Matrix?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the first Matrix with the woman in the red dress ordeal. Morpheus is walking you through a crowded area, and they're bumping into you and stuff like that. Cool. So, for this aspect of it, okay, you know, he's purposely distracting you, teaching you the ways of how everything goes. As you're walking through the alley, as you're walking through this crowded alley, you know, he says, mind your pockets, knowing when to look, knowing to keep your eyes distracted when you're seeing people, giving the art of misdirection. You could be walking and you see this person walk by and you clock them and not even know the person behind you is there. You gotta know who's around you at all times to know that your pockets are safe in the crowded area. You never know when a pickpocket might come and you can feel something reach into your pocket. Not taking it, but understand. We move in shadows. And you can see when he's walking through, nobody in the crowd touches him. He is literally like a ghost. He is bonding and weaving, walking through, doing slight, very subtle turns when he's walking through to where he's not bumping a single person. When you guys are walking through, you guys are trying, like, fuck. You're all doing this and bumping into people, and he's just dancing through this. First leg of this, I need a dexterity check. I'm gonna put a DC 20. Check. So D20 is your dex modifier.
19 plus 4.
I just can't math now.
What'd you roll?
Numbers.
18 plus 5, 23.
Okay. That's good. Get through that point. Okay, this is a series of 3. 3 separate things, and then the last one's going to be a little bit on the high end to fully complete this training aspect. So the scenery changes again. It's a side eye. Same thing you walk through, and he's pointing out different, different subtle things. He's looking, and he's pointing out, you gotta know where to turn, you gotta know if you're trying to find people like us. You don't have to ask for help, hey, how do I know? You can find us. You know, seeing the little marks in the brick, very subtle little insignias being around that will lead you to. And then he backs away. Because now you see the marks that I was talking about. Let's see if you can find it and find your way around. And the landscape fully changes into many series of alleys. Find the marker. Get out. And you will be rewarded if you
Who likes to go first? Okay. This is going to rely on wisdom. How do they what perception is based off of this wisdom.
Yes.
I was about to go with double check.
So wisdom checks.
21.
Easy enough, you're finding through, you're picking up what he said. You're looking at the symbols in the very small realm, but you're keeping your trained eye and you're learning what he said. You're bobbing through and you're seeing, you're making the correct turns, and you successfully get out of this maze-like area. And you notice, and you're bobbing through crowds too, so you're learning how to not bump with them. Now you.
Fucking wisdom sucks.
I believe in you.
21, 19 plus 2.
Now you gotta put it all together. Now you have a target in a crowded area. Be unseen. Walk through. Undetected before they can notice you. And take their bag. Take the pouch that is on their right side. Nothing else. Do it without a single touch. Do it without them noticing. Become one with Shadow. You may begin. Who picks? Who goes first?
I'll go first this time.
Okay. For this, this is going to be a dexterity. This is going to be a high dexterity check. For both your guys' dexterities, you guys are roughly around the same, minus a point. So I think yours is +5, yours is +4. Then yours is 18, 19, ordeal, and yours is 20. Correct? So you're adding 5, you're adding +4 to each of your dice. So good luck.
22, 17 plus 5.
You just made that easy. I set it at a 22.
Plus 4.
22. You just hit it as well. The DC was 22. I was to go on 22 or 23 that car ride up to the hospital. I was thinking 23 or 22 is what I was going to set. And you guys. Okay. So, now that you've learned our ways, you know when we move in shadows, you can use this, but we have rules. Target must be clean. You must execute flawlessly. Do not make the sound of the wind. Nothing. You are a whisper. You are nothing else. You have no existence other than the shadow. If you get caught while trying to do this trade, or you abuse it for self-gain, we will find you. When he says that, the crowd disappears. And the people that, say the couple people that you bumped into, when the illusion disappears, were 10 other cloaked figures standing beside him. We operate in the shadow. If you fuck up, we will find you. And you didn't even notice them were there. Because they hit a lot better than your passives. at this point in time, I'm going to say mechanically now. I'm going to give you the option here when I do it, when I plug it in. So I'm going to just put it directly into your character sheet. When thinking this in, of what you want to learn, you want more way of shadow way, or are you trying to develop your own skill in this? Meaning one or two things. You guys passed all the tests, all the 3 checks that I had set. And I set them from 15 and up. What, 15, 20, 22. With that being said, there are 2 options to choose from. One with the shadows, or an expert skill. One has more bells and whistles than the other.
And you're not going to tell us, obviously, which is okay. Because it makes us make the choice, and then we know.
Yes. One is more focused on skill. One is becoming shadow itself.
I think we'll go with the shadow.
Yeah.
New weapon.
Shadow Hunter. Not a Shadow Hunter.
Yes and no. So, as training goes, you guys are learning this. Becoming one with the shadow and learning this ability, learning this power, how they operate, and understanding how it goes. There's one. Sorry, because I'm plugging. Learn this. John, you can go ahead and refresh yours. Yours is set. Lucy's undoing now. Lucy, you can refresh your character sheet. And you're going to see a brand new feat called Shadow Touch, which gives you the ability to use invisibility once per day. This invisibility will not give away your... Oh no, sorry, that's the skill version. It acts just like the invisibility spell. You get a free use of it. You also gain another ability for the inner shadows that you have,
I saw it.
called Wrathful Smite.
Oh, nice.
That will work on your ranged weapons, not melee. Once per day, you get Wrathful Smite. This is an extra d6 to your attack of necrotic damage.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot upcast it. It is at the level that it is set at. You cannot upcast it even if you have spell slots.
Right, but the touch of magic in me.
So you have the invisibility skill. Your both of your wisdoms increased by 1. which gives you 5 grip points.
Yeah.
So you have that. You can now cast invisibility. The inner part, though, is your bow awakens a little bit, and you hear, because of how you got your bow, that the entity behind it is letting you use their power once to get a taste for it. That lady whose cloak has been in your head is giving you that power too. I will lend you my power once. If you like it, you can see how you like it after me. Maybe we can strike a deal. Maybe you can finally let me in. Not really, okay, not a deal. You're not a warlock making it back. No. More of a deal. As in, let me in, and I will help you. Just like this. So yeah, you can see it on your things. You guys can, at the bottom of your things, there's one block, first level, I believe, and you have Raffle Smite and Invisibility, free use, once per long rest.
Nice.
The other one would have been the skill, which, as long as you stay hidden, when you take the hide action and make an attack, you can stay hidden and not give away your position.
Oof.
I feel like this is like deal or not deal or no deal. The
That
Price
was-
is Right or
That
what
was the
No,
skill.
I still think this is deal or no deal.
That was the skill. The skill. That's what the skill gives you.
I still think they got the better end of the deal with the shadows.
Stalker, I believe, is what it was. As long as you stay hidden when you take the hide action and attack, you don't give away your position. You stay under the invisibility. Shadow touch has a little more bells and whistles attached to it. Because you're channeling the lady, let you channel that inner hate, that pain, that loss into that attack, which is the Wrathful Smite. Your bow is like the explosion of stars, sinking that energy in and exploding it forward. Hence the Wrathful Smite for you. While this is going down, and you both have learned Thieves' Cant.
Thieves can't what?
That is a nice little addition.
Those are 3 checks. Thieves' Cant, the feat, and the skill. That's why I had the last time had you choose, do you want the skill or do you want the feat? I just didn't word it like that. But
I mean, you did, but you didn't, Frank.
you gain the ability to understand and write Thieves' Cant. As part of your languages, you can have that.
Yeah, I know quite a bit now.
So,
How many languages you up to now?
probably not as many as fucking Sad or Kalan.
No, because I have.
I'm up to 8.
Kalan, well, Kalan can
You got
understand.
one more than me.
Kalan can read and write all languages. That's under a spell.
I have 7, so he's got me beat by 1.
That's under the spell. But
I'm dying over here. Did I ignore
as this as these two are going through a grilling 8-hour course, what are the rest of you doing?
Ladies first.
Is there anything particular in the story you're looking for?
No, not really. I'm basically going to. What I was gonna do was just kind of. I know the door is gonna be locked and everything, and I don't want their knowledge. I was literally just gonna sit outside the door and read my book on the gods.
Okay.
Because I'm tired of being blindsided by different ones.
So go ahead and give me a religion check. Yeah, you got a lot of bells and whistles. Shadow Touch is cool. Or the Wrathful Smite. Because it is only for melee.
but
But a one-shot
a
use.
one-shot use on a range, fuck, dude.
Well, you got to think he adds in like Hunter's Mark with that. That could deal some extra damage.
Well, his arrows are radiant to begin with, so he does
I-
radiant damage, piercing damage,
And
Hunter's
necrotic.
Mark, which is a necrotic.
Also, if I make one of my enemies my favored,
You get advantage. on
I advantage an additional 3d6 piercing damage with that bow.
Gloomstalkers, they're
it.
nasty.
Gloomstalkers are evil. They can be.
18 plus 6, 24.
Okay. So, looking through the book about everything that's happened down, you learn about what this person has been talking to Ryan, has been talking to Lucy, dealing with pain, loss, and sorrow. This is the Lady of Loss, also known as the Mistress of the Nights, also known as the Night Singer,
I get the ability for sharpshooter
the Night Bringer,
and
the Singer of Eternal Night, Dark Lady, Dark Goddess, Dark Day,
advantage on arms.
Goddess of Loss, Mistress of Pain, God of Thieves, the Unseen Lady, the Dark Traitor, the Shadowy Seductress. Many titles she has.
Just shut up.
Well, she's also been around a very long time, so everyone's
She
going to call her
created-
something different.
She has created a shadow before the Raven Queen and all these domains came in, when it was just the normal plane of negative. The first ever shadow fell, as it were. She reigned. She was not. She didn't deal with death or anything. Hatred. Hatred that sleeps within. Nightmares, illusions, lies, trickery, hiding places, betrayal, treachery, seduction, thieves, assassinations. This is all under her
Domain, yeah.
domain. You know, darkness, forgetfulness, loss. Now you can feel the stuff that's being put down. She can make everything disappear and kind of makes you wonder too, because she can take away her pain, her grief, their pain, Ryu's pain, take it away and make them forget it all as if it never happened, to where they never had to suffer that loss. That is a godsend in its own right for for people who have already been through so much traumatic experiences. To have this deity at their side, to be forget they could be a whole different person. They could strive without the rejection of loss or pain. They won't have this hatred burning inside them. You could see how she plays so well that this isn't a maniacal sense.
Yeah.
This actually makes you think about this person, about Shar. This deity can make you forget your loss and pain, to where you can thrive through and not have to worry about the repercussions of seeing somebody else die. She can take away this PTSD moments. So in reading about it, you think to yourself, this could be
That's not pretty.
something different. This could be beneficial if they let her.
So,
She doesn't ask for anything in return.
Yet.
This deity doesn't.
Okay. That's very different.
She just wants them to thrive in her work. To be the night. To be the darkness. To use it for your gain. To take that inner hatred, bottle it in, and use it to attack. Use it to do a goal. Use it to set the goal into motion and execute it. Redirecting the pain and loss. But not knowing it's there, not knowing that you have the grief behind it. That's what's giving you the contradiction. Is she an evil deity?
Yeah.
Or is she good? There's a very fine line.
Yeah. She resides in that exceedingly gray area.
Yes, and
She's
it also
skipping the rope.
it also says that her sister, Selene,
Yeah, I said so.
is the goddess of the moon, which is old. Some people don't really worship her, but there are worshippers of her,
Mm-hmm.
of her in there. She is of the moon. She is more light-hearted than her sisters to thrive in the light.
I know a little bit about her. The elves worship her more than anything.
Okay.
So, the moon maiden. You're thinking of Loth Cloran. which is the
No,
god of elves.
no. Soluna is worshipped primarily by elves, if I recall reading right.
Well, these are not in. They're somewhat in 5e. Not,
Right.
They're not one of the primes. These are older primes. The Moon Lady of Silver. The Night White Lady. Goddess of the Moon. The portfolios are the moon, the stars, navigation, navigators, wanderers, questers, seekers, and non-evil werewolves, or were entities. Stuff, people that are not, that don't use their, for an evil intent, to use it to protect themselves and the others, to use that lycanthrope, reliopathy, to use it in a sense of good. She is a greater deity. She's not a prime, she's a greater. The moonlight, stars, beauty and purity, love and marriage, navigation and navigators, tracking, wanderers, seekers, diviners, dreamers, fall under her. Just that she's the goddess of the moon, she's not known through by elves. I think you're looking at the wrong person. I know who you're talking about, and I believe he is the god of elves, because he is one of the moon too.
Okay.
He is god of the elves, she is not. She is the goddess of the wares. Those are her patronage. Those who serve her. And her mood changes through the cycles of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
That determines what what her mood's going to
Which
be.
I was surprised that's not what Satori followed, in a way, because he wasn't. He was originally the one, the sorcerer, wasn't he?
He's a lunar sorcerer, yes.
That's what
But
I was
not in the
surprised
sense
when
of,
it's
no, he didn't worship her. He didn't worship nobody.
That's true.
Yeah. Learning that as you read your book, as they're going down. I mean, that doesn't take 8 hours to do. It's not telling you that. So is there something else you want to do?
Well, I was literally just going to because you said this book was really big.
Is there
It
anything in
wasn't-
particular you're looking for? Seeing Shar, learning about what is trying to go through Lucy and Ryan, this person. Like I said, it gives you that contradictory that those who, if they want them, it could benefit.
Mhm.
But is there something in particular within the book you're trying to look for?
No, maybe anybody else that would have been somewhat in this particular realm, because we get blindsided by deities quite a bit. So it's just like, hey, just in case, maybe I might want to look up names
Okay.
that might be referenced in their sections if they.
There are.
But
Focusing on the Shadowfell and the domains. There is a section of the book. They're not. One is a god. One is not.
Mhm.
But in this book, it gives the background of it. That there is an island in the Shadowfell that is constantly at war with one another. One being the fortress that resides the great lich Vecna. And the other side of the mountain is his first lieutenant turned traitor, Kas. Constantly waged war within one island of the Shadowfell, stopping each other from leaving the island, trapping each other within. Constant battle, back and forth, undead against undead.
That's gonna be tiring.
But they don't tire because one's a vampire
Mentally tiring. I mean, it's just like it's.
and the other one's a lich. A lich turned god. Kas himself is not a god per se. He's one of the very first vampires next to Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
After Strahd, it's Kas. Some debate between the two.
Who was the first?
Who came first, Strahd or Kas? And there's different theories going around within that book. It does mention both theories. It's hard to determine who came first because there's too many accounts.
Mm-hmm.
It lists them both as first into that.
Well, I certainly ain't asking it.
Vecna, the god of secrets and lies, and Kas, a vampire, turned his own master against the Primes, and sided with the Primes to take Vecna out. In the last-ditch effort as the Primes were going to destroy Vecna in the Battle of the Gods, in the Calamity, for the Age of Arcana, Kas had one more pull towards loyalty, that he stood in front of this divine energy as the gods channeled together to wipe Vecna out. Kas stood in the way. The only thing that remained when that battle subsided is the left eye and hand of Vecna himself. Those items alone hold power. Great power. Power of a god. Combined, you become a god. Power. You cannot be Vecna, but you can have his property, which will make you stronger in its own right, but it's such a battle within. Because these items are noted to be cursed, that will warp you, shape you, change you. You might as well just kill yourself and become a witch if you can pass the pain. There are many gods within this realm, but they don't reside in it.
Mm-hmm.
Some gods overlay of fate, of death, of winter. A lot overlay, of course, but then again, the realms within the Shadowfell, the domains of dread, have their own demigod or lesser gods attached to them that all have a little slice of the Shadowfell to fall back to if they want to. But the Shadowfell as a whole, or the biggest part of the Shadowfell, is run and reigned by the Raven herself. This is her domain. She killed the original god of death, her husband, to become him. Because she thought he was ruling unjust in her eyes. So she killed him and became, using the power and rights she stole from Vecna, the rights of seeding,
I
to
mean,
become a god.
boss moves. But
She used that to take the dying god of death's power into herself. is shared. Fate has a lot more shared to it. Vajra plays a hand in it. There's so many other ones that kind of overlap within Fate to a certain degree. But a lot of other stuff just comes through. It's a read. I mean, it is a read, looking through in generally, but as far as the Shadowfell's concerned, there's really nothing else that has it.
Yeah.
There's no other gods that call this home other than Shar or the
Yeah.
Raven Queen herself. And the Raven Queen, even looking back at it and looking over her stuff, no mention of her name. Did she make a pact with Vecna to seal that secret away? Because Vecna came before she did. Did she make a pact with the God of Secrets to keep that secret put away? Did she contact Ayun, the all-knowing, and have that strike out of existence permanently? So we don't know her. So many things, because if you know something's true name, you can control it. There's plenty of it.
Yeah. It was more just like that was going to be a starting point because I had an extended amount of time.
To read
And
while
I
we're
haven't.
doing our thing.
Yes. And then I can just kind of like continue on from maybe wherever it is that I leave off and just kind of move through the book a bit.
I would say with a 24, there is another note in this book. It's thin. There's not a lot about this person, but there is start of a deity of balance. The three-winged one is a name we go by. The protector of scales. The wanderer that walks between light and dark. The twilight wanderer, I would say. But not a lot about it because the story's still being told.
Yep.
And you? What are you doing around the forge?
Foraging. The forge.
Oh, no shit.
Foraging the
Are
forge.
you doing anything in particular within the shop? Tip?
I'll look around a little bit, and then
You looking for anything in particular?
not really.
Okay.
Did you still want to check out the pet area? Like, not the pet area, the animal area, just out of curiosity.
No.
Easy enough, you know, everything was made for that meal. And get it all suited on and everything gets all worked in with that on top of the ritual she's outfitted with water. Now for the forge. Are you trying to make her ascertain as you see a heavy Drangar working? Or Durger, sorry. Durger, not Drangar. Durger. This is a shadow dwarf.
Okay.
They are like the drow color, like how drows are. They live in the Underdark and live in the Shadowfell and stuff like that nature. Durgers are the Underdark
Okay.
dwarves. So their skin is of purple and blue hues, kind of like how Nightcrawler is.
Gotcha.
And he's pounding away. He noticed you. Do I need to make anything? Is there anything that I can custom for you?
It's not much, so much for me, but for my friends. Little gift for them.
No, you're making a gift for your friends. Do tell.
One's for they're for me for kind of a last ditch effort, or if they would get into a pinch.
Okay.
She likes to make things go bang, but I pull out one of the unicorn horns. Is there a way we could attach this to the end of it?
In order to make it do what?
I bet you get the point. If you know what I mean. In other words, he's trying to make a bayonet for Lucy.
Okay.
I send my regards.
I can work something out. That's simple enough.
Wonder if I'd be able to
But you
fit
said
a bayonet
friends as a gift, so more than one. So that's one. How many friends do you have?
Well,
Is that it?
I have one other one that I want to make something
How many
for.
friends do you have?
Well, friends
Again.
mean plural. You only mentioned one.
That's the one so far. Or the other one, and use it as if I can make it into either like a. I don't know what to put it. But I'm going off Assassin's Creed. That mini spear, like the hand. What is that? The blade you always using on?
The hidden dagger? The hidden blade?
Are you talking about the?
No, not that one. And the one that you like using a lot.
What, the Spear of Leonidas? What are you talking about?
Leonidas.
Might be that one.
Oh, you're talking. Okay, that's just a broken spearhead that has a handle fastened to it. That's all it is.
Pretty much something along that lines.
So it's a more of an elongated dagger than anything.
Yeah.
Like a short sword almost based off of that. That's what it will fall down to.
If you need to, I pulled one of the long swords I had on me. You off. You can use this as part of the blade.
Okay.
Again, not for me.
Just say you're pulling out weapons, just like.
So I mean, he can take that and fasten and make something of that nature. You know, forming a reworked metal into a kind of like a spear tip blade or like a halberd blade. That's a short sword version of it. To make something of that nature. Now, what's the quality that you would like? Well, I would say, how much coin are you willing to part with?
Yes.
I've got coin to pay with.
Do you,
That's not an answer.
do you have a budget?
That's a non-answer answer.
No, you said I'm dying over here. Don't ignore me.
I mean, training is brutal. Literally. I mean, it is hard to keep up with these guys clocking everything
Right,
and
just like-
stuff like that. I mean, you know how to hunt. You know that your defense, to use this to a different advantage point, is tiresome. Do you have a set budget?
Not really. What's the price you have in mind?
Well, a unicorn horn is rare in its own properties for using for use for other things, so mage might want that better as a wand. If not, material components used to cast certain spells, of course. The spear tip sword is rudimentary. That alone will be, if you're looking for high tier craftsmanship, which is something that always I do, it's going to run you 500 gold first for that alone. To use a unicorn horn in interface to this side piece that can attach to something.
I guarantee the weapon she uses you've probably never seen.
Possible. That'll be around, let's say 1,000. So you're looking at 1,500 gold pieces.
So that'd be what, 15 in platinum?
No,
100.
150.
150.
150 platinum. Well, with the materials I'm having used, it's worth it.
Okay. I'm gonna look up what fucking a unicorn is actually used for later on. But for the sword,
take a short sword plus 2. Would be the master quality.
So you said 158 platinum pieces. Said short sword plus 2.
If there is one. I don't know if there is.
Should be.
That or it would be a, that you can just take it down to a +1. So I don't know if there's a +2. Tell you the truth. Off the top of my dome, I think there is. I think it goes up to +3 weapons. I just don't know for sure afterwards because that goes to like 3.5 type shit that costs a shit ton of fucking money after that.
I don't see a +2 short sword, so the plus one short sword.
Yeah. So that's master quality. Automatic. But within all of that, between the forging of the weapons and the piece, that's there. What do you want to use for the rest of the unicorn? Because I have to shave it down. So the pieces that are left, do you want them back?
If I could, please, I might have an idea for something.
Well, I'm already pouring ideas I can do.
What do you have in mind?
Forge it into a ring or work with them in metal. That might help. And it's emeralds. Or I can just grind it up with the dust and give it to you for a component. Or you can just take the piece as it is.
The ring could be interesting.
And that is up to you. If you want it reworked in something else, not that I'll just give you the piece back and business is done.
Let's make it into a ring.
Okay. I have uses I could. On that note, I need everybody to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Of course. Still, get the fuck out of there. Still not great.
23.
You said wisdom?
14 plus 12. 26?
Come again?
14 plus 12.
Yeah. Wait, did you
For
say
wisdom,
check?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw,
Yes.
yes. 14 plus 12.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my wisdom's a plus 12, charisma's a plus
What'd you get?
15.
21.
Give me a second.
Both 17 and 18.
That is not.
You said what?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I was talking to myself.
I thought you said it was 9. I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit, you rolled well?
No, I had a D12 and not a D20.
Roll me a d6.
4.
Dread. Disadvantage on all saving throws.
22.
Okay.
Yeah, you might want to write that down.
You're fine.
No, whatever.
No, it's the shadow. Shadowfell's hold on you.
Ah.
It's the spare marker. What'd you get?
21.
Roll me. Actually, you're gonna go down one. So you're going from delusion to dread. So you just have disadvantage.
Wait,
on
would
those
you want her to
saving
roll the
throws
d6 and she had the 19? I did the.
So,
Me
is
roll
that better or
D6,
worse
you
Oh,
for me?
should've 19. Oh, you roll your d6. I rolled d6 too.
Oh,
I
you
thought
rolled
pointed
the
at me.
d6. I thought that's what you rolled.
No. You rolled d6.
Okay.
I was just doing this and pointing, so my finger didn't
Before
go
you
down.
do
Yeah, no.
anything, roll the d4.
6.
D6. Yep, you're right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you do. Roll your d6.
2.
Okay, so you have apathy. So death saves and initiative rolls are at disadvantage.
So wait, do I go? Is that
You
better or
went
worse?
from the delusion, which was disadvantage on anything that deals with intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. That includes your save. That includes the saving throws attached to it.
All right.
You went from there. You went up a tier.
Okay.
So you went to dread, which is just disadvantage on saving throws in general.
Okay. Okay, so
Disillusion is literally what that is. Delusional. You're becoming delusional. Now you're starting to break away from that. And you're just in dread. So you just dread everything.
gotcha.
She has apathy. She just senses something awful is coming. That's the first wave of despair. It's taking her hold. It's taking the hold over you. As long as you be in the shadow field, it's gonna fucking suck. So now, with all this being done, we didn't go now breaking away real quick. The only thing we looked through from the horde was what you looked through, correct?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
that was the ring of shooting stars.
I was gonna say the next thing we'd probably do once we finally go back to our room after like
Which-
sleep to go to our thing,
You
we'd probably
probably
do that
did in your
next.
inventory already, correct?
No, I did not yet.
So you need to type in your manage inventory ring of shooting
This is
stars.
a separate schedule thing now.
Because you
Sit
had
down just to
you
go.
had the guy look at it, and he told you what it was last. So, in game mechanic terms, it's called the Ring of Shooting Stars.
Legacy one, right?
Is there only one, or is there more?
No,
Regular,
there's one.
There's
There's
one that says it. And then
the
there's a link.
2024 or 2014 and the 2024.
2024.
All right. Heavily.
Yes, it's 2024.
So not legacy.
No, so it shouldn't be a legacy then, right? Or is it still a legacy?
They both pop up.
So it'd probably be the non-legacy.
Oh, the ring itself is from 2024. The legacy ring is from 2014.
All right. So you want me to do the 2024?
2024.
Okay. I wanted to double check before I clicked on it.
No, that has 6 charges that renew each day at dawn, and each you can spend 1 charge to do fairy fire, 2 charge to do lightning spheres. It summons 4 of them, and they can royally fuck somebody up. When it gets down to 1 sphere, it becomes more dangerous. Shooting stars. So you expend 1 to 3 charges as a magic action. For every charge you expend, you launch a glowing mote of light from the ring at a point that you see within 60 feet of yourself. Each creature within a 15-foot cube originating from that point must make a dex save or take 5d4 radiant damage. Half on a save. The lightning spheres, depending on how many spheres go out, do damage.
Ooh, that is nasty. Jeez.
Concentration from it. Each sphere sheds dim light for 30 feet. When it's in close proximity, they arc off and they do damage. 4 spheres do 4d4 or 2d4. When it goes down to 1 sphere, if you only send out 1 sphere, it does 4d12.
Ouch.
So it hurts depending when it's lower number of spheres that are out. You create 4 automatically with 2 charges. And then once they start to dwindle down, they get worse.
Gotcha.
I think. No, if like well, yeah. I guess I don't know. I haven't fully looked into it. It's just what I wrote down. I know there's other stuff. I don't know what all we looked through. So then you got the deck and the shooting stars. I know there's 1, 2, 3.
And I'm assuming we all got some kind of coinage out of
Well,
that.
that's what I said. After we do this, because we have like that set schedule, we go to this. I figure when we come back, and we can sit in like our penthouse, we can just there's the stuff.
Because I don't know what it is. I know what it is as a whole, as far as it being like calculated, what all who all gets shit. Okay.
There is one more thing I want you before we leave. I mean, like the building, the shop. If it's able to be done, that's it.
So I would say after the forging is done, I'm already checking through the book. That door finally opens,
Where's that?
and only you two emerge. These guys do not leave that area. So they're resetting for the next fucking soul who decides to ask for their assistance. And what's weird about it, what you guys clock from learning them, I want to say on their bracers that they have, their gloves, it's not colored, but it's an imprint of his of the shop's logo, that black star insignia. Except it doesn't have the gold inlay; it's just jet black. So it begs the question: do they work for him, or are they a part of him?
Dun, dun, dun.
Is there anything else you need to do while we're here? I have one more thing, and that's if they can do it. If not, I'll look elsewhere eventually. I do have an idea that is beneficial, because I'm not very magically apt. And I kind of like look around for Dietrich. I'm guessing I clock him after.
Yeah, he's at the front desk.
He doesn't really move.
He doesn't really leave the front desk.
I have a question.
Other people run, like he has workers that do the shop and go help you out what you're looking for, but he knows what's in his shop. He knows how to direct you.
How many other shoppers are in right now, or does it just look like it's nice people right now?
With all the training that
Remember, we
went
have
by,
that
there were
coin, too.
2 shoppers technically left.
I have.
But they're browsing. They're not even.
You could flush the coin and you can make the store empty.
Well, it's just a question before I even do anything. Are you able to create magical items? Or potentially magical items?
I could.
She kind of like slides him, kind of like that. And she pulls out a piece of ebonexus. And she kind of goes like, I think you can work an item with this. I have an idea that I'm looking for, but I'm not sure if it's possible. I'm
What are
guessing
you
you
trying
have
to
to.
do?
Player DM, do you remember when I talked about having, I always forget this one, sending end message. Sending is from a distance? Okay. She's trying to do something like that, but work it into like either like a headband or a piece, something where they wear it and they can just, almost like sending stones,
Okay.
but with the ebonexus. So they can have a piece, whether someone has it as an earring or has it as a headband or whatever on them, they can use that, and either whether they touch it or it's on the head and they can just think it. And it does it without having to like, it's her own version of sending stones without talking into it or whatever. But she has the idea, she knows what it is, sending and potentially sending stones, but she's seeing if she can work it in. There's like 7 pieces she has, plus an addition. So she wants at least 7 of these made, if it's potentially possible. Like, if she needs to know what pieces to be made for each unique individual, then she can do that.
Okay. I can see how that's coming through. But My theory is I don't know what the Nexus actually was for. That's a you question.
Is it potential with that? Like, is it just a font of
I
magic or
mean,
some shit?
when it was created, all forms of magic were poured into it. So, feasibly, yes.
Well, okay, what was the grand purpose for the Nexus itself, since you created it?
To restore that realm back to its world.
Yeah, but what was the... It had all manner of magic in it, correct? All different types
Yes.
in it. But it was to reshape the reality of it?
To
Or
put
as
it-
a protection?
Think of creating a wormhole.
Okay, well, it was trying to open up a portal to leave it.
Leave the Shadowfell, yes.
So
Leave the
it wouldn't be-
Shadowfell to become whole again and fuck that all up.
Yes.
So these wouldn't be that, it'd be more like teleportation stones. I'm assuming.
The reason why there was so much magic poured into it was to fuel it.
But his main purpose was to vanish out of it.
Yes.
So I would say with the Nexus, how much do you have of
I have about 8 stones. Not like dinky, they're like about like that.
What, like golf ball size pieces?
They're shards, so they look like that.
Okay.
it? DM wise, I might be able to get it, not to play around with it, but I think what I can do is, because that was the main purpose of it, I can make it as far as a system to where the ring has a one use per day thing that will make you that can pretty much make you use Misty Step once per day. Because that's the original purpose.
And I wouldn't say as far as
The-
like Vorpal Warp, or no Vorpal Warp,
Vortex Warp.
Vortex Warp.
No.
I wouldn't say that.
I would say the craft to take most of that material, if not all of it, to craft it into rings that give you the ability to Misty Step, because it was made for pool. As far as the other instance of that, he has sending stones. You can buy off of him. That way everybody has one within the party if they're going to get separated. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So there is that.
It could come in handy. So yeah, I'll do that and that.
Okay. I don't know what that would cost, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, I have no idea what that. I would have to look into that. So let me.
Table that for next
Put it
week.
as a note, like
Let
footnote.
me. Yeah. I will put it to you this way. We'll take this as the last part of this segment for this session. Just shoot me a text like now about just say
Group sending stones.
just say group sending stones.
And Misty Step rings.
And Misty said, yeah, just text it to me that now. That way I have it. That way I will look at it when I get it. Because I don't fall right to sleep. It's just gonna suck because of fucking I got there. But I will say this point out because you guys were thinking about looking at the party pool of what's there. So whoever's the treasurer, you have the deck of many things. You have the ring of shooting stars.
Do we want to nominate a treasurer?
I'm just saying, whoever wants to write it down, I'm telling you what you guys have pilfered out of that dragon pool. Because I rolled.
We can all write it
So
down.
you have the deck of many things, the ring of shooting stars, a wand of magic detection, Ring of Resistance. It has a jade opal on it. So that tells you what its resistance is. If you don't know, psychic. Ring of Resistance, psychic. Ring of Telekinesis.
Lots of jewelry.
Well, because you guys took handfuls,
I know.
so I went small in item. Didn't. And there is one I kind of like that last one. So the last one doesn't suggest it.
Hold on. Pelekinesis, I think.
Yes.
So, in theory, between magic items, because they are now stored in different categories, I need whoever wants to roll for it.
Yeah, he's grabbing some dice. Or either.
Magic items are stored under different categories now. So you have Arcana, armaments, and implements. So I need somebody to roll a D4 off the bat. A 4, you get to pick.
Got it.
Okay.
2.
Okay, so those are armaments. Next section is 1, 2, 3.
Let you
So
take this one.
a D6, and then take whatever that number is and have it. 1 through 2 is 1.
2.
You roll a natural 2, or you roll a 4?
4.
Okay. So a D100.
61.
Oh.
Oh no.
Happy for us. He doesn't like it.
Yeah, he's not happy about it.
Potion of Giant Strength Fire.
What is it with me and giant strength?
Didn't you have a belt for your, with Balvarix?
You need a potion of giants, the cloud giant strength or something like that.
Potion of Giant Strength. Now I'm curious because I don't know what that is. I know Potion of Giant Strength, but
Fire, I believe, is a +2 to strength, allowing you to exceed if you have.
okay, Potion of the Fire Giant Strength. When you drink this, fuck you, Joel.
It's that bad, Frank?
Potion of Giant Strength. When you drink the potion, your strength score changes to 25 for 1 hour. The potion has no effect on you if your strength is equal to or greater than that score. The potion is transparent liquid, has floating in it a sliver of a fingernail from a fire giant.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, Hill Giant is 21 for 1 hour. Oh. So it's not 25. Because that's the other one. That's...
Stone.
I think it's Storm.
No. You're right. I was right. It's 25. Fuck me. They have it in ascending order. So Frost was right underneath it, and it's both in the rarity section. So they both look at a quick glance, and you could just tell they look together. Frost is a 23 for 1 hour. So that's a little lower. Stone is 23.
Storm gives you almost
Cloud is 27.
Stone, I believe, maxes you at 30.
Storm is 29.
close enough.
We had clown.
We have
Clown
to
giant.
Potion of the Clown Giant. How the fuck?
Listen, all I can
Your
think
dexterity, no, your charisma becomes a 28.
For 1 hour?
Any
Not
performance
to-
check you
not
make
to
is an
like-
automatic
listen.
pass.
all I could think of after I said that and I regretted it, but it makes me laugh now. You now get the charisma of Chuckles the Clown.
Oh my god.
See, here's an out of text thing that deals with D&D. Under 2024/7, there is it's not a rule, there's a mechanic. What happens when you drink 2 potions at the same time?
Oh no.
Or drink a potion and then your next turn drink a different potion? There's a wild magic table for it.
Oh no.
So here's the theory.
Flashbacks.
One cancels out the other, and you take on the newest one you drink, or the oldest one is kept. That's 2 different, several different tiers into that. They both cancel each other out, so you gain no benefits from
Or
it,
just destroys you.
and they're both gone. Or you get both effects at the same time. So there's a table for it, dude. It's
So
fucking
what if you
stupid.
did that? You had 20.
Can you just imagine?
Barbarics?
Was it Yerrick that
Oh
was
my
the
God.
mutagen?
No,
Yeah.
Zior.
No, that was Zior.
So Zior taking his mutagens and double stacking them based off that.
No, listen,
Based
because
off
of
that
your
table of
fighters, could you imagine either Yerrick or
He could
Barbarics
double up on
popping
the
2
potion,
different,
but
giant
that's a
potions?
class thing, not a potion. So potions have its own table if you take more than one, which can change your whole outlook. But enough of that. So I will look on that. You texted me that. I'm gonna look for what I can make out of this unicorn. I have different ideas.
Was that the last thing you wanted to tell us though for Ghost
Yes.
Town?
Yes.
And then we'll just divvy it up who we think gets it. and most people are just
Coinage,
going
because you asked coinage.
Yeah.
So coinage, the grand total that you guys all gathered up in a total is about 700 gold, which goes down to each person at this table right now gets 116 gold. And there's 20 platinum pieces, which boils down to 3 a piece. 3 platinum pieces a piece, if you all break it down like that. But as a pool itself, 700 in gold, 20 in black. But that's all you gather, because you guys took handfuls and stuffed in pockets, so together, that's what you collect. Nobody had a bag of holding, open it up, and start shoveling shit in. You guys did it to fucking run from the damn dragon.
Did you equate what she sand crabbed in?
Yeah, that was everything.
That's everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we literally went.
No, she.
Oh, I know she sand crabbed it.
Well, I would probably
and
say
I went-
with that, we'll do a roll next week for those. And I will probably get 2 more items in. And
Because
a
I
little
had
bit
my
more.
whole cloak
And a
with
little bit
a
more.
Just went.
Yeah.
Here. Roll that.
Shake it real good.
Next, you know what? We're here. Let's do it.
No, just roll.
6. She got a 6.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh. That's not...
You gave it a
I
die.
opened my mouth.
Frank.
I should have gave her a D4.
Let's find out next week.
Yep. We will find that out next week.
Make sure you mark that it's a 6.
Is
6 more fucking items.
old.
Oh, nice.
6.
Viking.
Those are all yours.
Can of worms.
That's crazy.
Well, it's gonna depend on what she gets. If she can't use what she has, she
Well,
do something
I
else.
can roll that next week, or you throughout the time, whenever you get free time, message me and go 1 roll, 1 through 4, and then roll a d6 afterwards and tell me what that is number halved. So 1 and 2 is 1, 2 and 3 is 2, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, 5 and 6 is 3. Because I'm not giving you a legacy. I'm not going ultra fucking unique. I'm not going unique. I'm not giving you.
Do you remember?
You're not giving an artifact.
No, I'm not giving her an artifact. It's called a relic. I'm not giving her a relic.
Can you message her that real quick?
She's not gonna remember.
She's not gonna remember
No,
that.
I'm
Well,
not-
after we do this, yeah.
But that's a good spot to leave. You guys are just coming out. You've mastered a very nice skill to have. Forging, working on what he can use for the unicorn. Fuck you, by the way. For rolling that potion of giant. And then you, too. For making me make up 6 more fucking items for your party pool because I didn't think the fact with that and look like Friar Tuck coming down. But we're gonna end that there. So good news is the camera stayed lit the whole way through.
Yes.
So that's a good plus because it's nicely just laying there, so I know it's the core type ordeal. And then if we fix it, maybe that's what the problem was. If not, I apologize in advance. If you watch to the end of this and you make it through the first half when we freeze, sorry.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, again, if you guys like the content, please.
Do a podcast real quick.
Yeah. So, please, give us that like, hit that notification bell, subscribe to our channel. It helps out with that algorithm. That helps out with the all analytics stuff. Way too technical. I'm not really worried about it. But, cool. If you guys like what we put down, cool. Because we're all trying to make it better and reach out to others for that. So, stay tuned. We do have some stuff in the works for, I know, I am doing that way too goddamn much.
It's all Frank's.
No,
It's all Vikings' fault.
probably.
No.
He dropped the deck.
He dropped the deck.
Hit the deck.
He dropped the deck.
We're in the store.
Did you really?
Yes.
My iPad knocked it over.
Doesn't matter. Dietrich's gonna hate you.
Ending it. I'm gonna give him that freebie.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give him that freebie. If you drop it again,
The Raven Queen
during
pops up
session,
in the
not
store.
at the end of session.
Never mind,
Cool.
boy.
That's all gonna fucking go off.
Let's not
So
do that in
you
a shop.
best
full of
find a
this
fidget
stuff.
spinner.
I will bring all of my fidgets next week.
Telling you that right now.
Crinkle the back.
Cradle
No,
up the
don't
game.
cringle the goddamn thing.
No.
I know. I'm joking.
So again, like it all, we got some stuff working. We got some stuff we might show you guys next session for that. So again, thank you all for tuning in and watching. And from us, the D20 Misfits.
Good night.
Or good morning. Depends on where you're at.